programs joining us throughout the broadcast, including ICCAC Commissioner Tom McDonald, also former head coach and athletic director Kevin Twait, and current athletic director Guy Horn. And they will be sprinkled throughout the first, second, and third quarter, I do believe. So stay tuned for that part of the broadcast as well. And if you're joining us now, the Game 1 Bowl is coming up in just a little bit. The Iowa Central Tritons in that thunderous blue, the navy blue, going to be ready to pair up against Snow College, in which they saw them previously just 2 years ago, also in the Game 1 Bowl. Here comes Snow College in the all-white. They are pumped. They're ready to go, and you can feel the tenacity in the air. This is going to be a great day for football, and we are so grateful to have you join us for today's coverage. You can also pay attention to the live stats online at the ICCAC.org, but also on both teams' different organization websites, including snowbadgers.com or iowacentraltritons.edu. There will be a live stats page right where you find the football schedule at the bottom of that webpage. Snow College has taken the field. And Iowa Central will soon, too. As the Tritons line up, ready for the boys in blue to take the field, I can see them. Anticipation in their eyes, bouncing up and down. Excitement, they can't contain it. Here we go. That bass drum and snare drum roll. And here come your Iowa Central Tritons, hailing from Fort Dodge, led by Coach Jesse Montalto and the Triton Marching Band. Here they come. The local favorites on a 14-game 1 bowl win streak, taking the field loud and proud, repping their state in the Unidome today. Can you tell I'm excited? I've been up early this morning. I got up at 2 a.m. I couldn't go to sleep in the bed, and I jumped right out of bed at about 4 or 5 o'clock, made my way to Cedar Falls from my hometown in anticipation for another call today. This is my 6th or 7th overall, and I'm so grateful to be back. Thank you so much to the Game 1 Bowl, including the Triton Nation broadcasting program and YouTube channel, for allowing me to call the game again today. Nationally, as the players head out for the coin toss, if you've been in the know or not, the national championship for the NJCAA has been set. Wednesday, December 17th, you can expect the matchup to be between the same two that went at it head-to-head last season for the national title. Hutchinson Community College versus Iowa Western Community College. That's right, the Reavers of the ICCAC are looking to make a comeback and change the tide against Hutchinson Community College. By the way, that's their 5th straight trip to the NJCAA championship game. Very impressive for them. Earlier this week, those two had their semifinal matchup in which Hutchinson took on Northwest Mississippi College and defeated them 27-0. That was last night, matter of fact. And then on Friday, Iowa Western took on Tyler Junior College, and that was a thriller, 41-29 in favor of the Reavers in that contest. Again, the NJCAA football championship game will be on Wednesday, December 17th, and that'll start at 6 o'clock Central Time. And there will be all sorts of ways to watch that contest, and you can find all that information at njcaa.org. Snow College won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, so the Iowa Central Tritons will be first to receive the kickoff in the Unidome. As I see Ty Purdy went out there with another sophomore leader, repping the 74, Quinnen Kiwani. Those two both have been phenomenal this season. I do have your starting lineups, but I'm going to wait for the offense to take the field before we go through it. We will also get to the defensive starters for Snow College, and then we'll swap sides as soon as they do on the field. And for everybody behind the scenes, I'd like to shout out so many different people for making this broadcast possible. Thank you so much to, again, Athletic Director Guy Horn for allowing me to come back and call this contest tonight. Thank you so much to the coordinator, Rusty McNeil, making sure we get our feet off the ground in this live stream today and helping haul all the other workforce students that are involved in the program today. It takes a village. It really does. And we're grateful to have so many hardworking and talented young workers entering the broadcasting field. Here we go. The Tritons in the white helmets, navy tops and baby blue bottoms, and Snow College in the all white. This is giving me flashbacks to 2 years ago when the Iowa Central Tritons took on Snow College and defeated them 44-9 in a contest that I don't think many expected to be that widely different. Here comes Iowa Central in a return. Quick lightning feed all the way up to the 30-yard line and tackled just in time to set up the first play of the game. That was Marcellus Chandler on the return. So it's Iowa Central getting the start at the 30-yard line. And your starting lineup for the Iowa Central Tritons on offense. Quarterback Ty Purdy takes a field first. At tailback, you can expect Ethan Johnson today. Your wide receivers starting include Darian Gilliam, Marcellus Chandler, Jacob Kanya, Dalen Houston, as well as Kamari Williams. At tight end, it's Tony Terry. From left tackle to right tackle, you'll see Xavier Cones Ashmore, Alan Pond. Here's the first play of the game, a zone read that's going to be tackled in the backfield. A big stop by their star linebacker, and we'll get to him in just a moment. Oh, the first tackle of the game to their leading tackler, Tayson Reed. Good heads-up play for Snow College, 2nd and 11 coming up. As I previously said, Alan Pond getting the start at left guard. At center, Jordan Jensen. Right guard, Quinnen Kuwani, one of the captains today. At right tackle, Michael Smith. And let's watch this next play before I get to those defensive starters. 2nd and 11, ball on the 29-yard line. And if you just joined us, it's the Game 1 Bowl. I'm Hank Ambrose with your play-by-play call today, and we got dirty laundry on the field. Flags thrown, which will have the Tritons take a few steps back. False start is the call. We got 2nd down coming up for Iowa Central. Okay, the Tritons on a 2nd and 16. Going to be in the gun. Terry's the tight end, lined up behind the left tackle. 2 spread to the right. That's going to change things. Closer to the slot, and 1 is to the left. Looking at the one-on-one ball. Going long. Marcellus Chandler, and it's just out of reach. Purdy is going to get the flag thrown, and defensive pass interference is going to be drawn up for Snow College. Iowa Central will be moving the chains and getting their first down of the day. Your defensive starters for Snow College include defensive end Peya Alatini, nose tackle Caleb Miller, defensive tackle Hayden Magale, defensive end Salehi Williams, outside linebacker Jaden Wright. I just heard that there was a correction. They picked up the flag in which they originally thought was called defensive pass interference. That was really close. You could go 50-50 there. So Tritons come back 3rd and 16. As I said, outside linebacker Jaden Wright getting the start today. Middle linebacker Mario Williams. Outside linebacker Tayson Reed. Keep an eye out on him. He's their leading tackler and also up there in total tackles in the nation. We'll go through more stats later as we go throughout the broadcast. Cornerback Colby Williams getting the start alongside Lawrence Taylor on the other side. Free safety Tristan Hudson, and strong safety is Tenny Worthen. Well, the Tritons drop a play in which it looked like the receivers were trying to go vertical. A tackle in the backfield again, and a great start on defense for Snow College will bring out a 3-and-out. And Ty Purdy will look to punt the ball. We have some very athletic punters. Our 2 punters for Iowa Central both play quarterback and wide receiver, and that wide receiver is a star in Jacob Kanya. But they'll have Ty Purdy come out this set. They're looking at a 4th and 16, ball on the 24-yard line on the Triton side. Here comes the boot. It's underway, and it's a boot. It's booming back to the 40-yard line on the Snow College side. Here comes a return by the number 80, 45, 50. Still on its feet going, 40, 35, 30. Flag in the backfield near the return, 20, 15, and tackled right before the end zone inside the 10-yard line. But this may be coming back hang on, let's put it in neutral, switch gears, and in fact put it in reverse because it looks like Snow College will be brought back to around at least the 50-yard line. Block in the back, called against number 87 on the return team. Your offensive starters for Snow College today include quarterback Jace Welsh, running back Matt Wilson, their star running back Seth Rigtrup, who is top 30 in the nation. He is out today. Wide receivers include Freddie Dubois, wide receiver and running back Q Villa, wide receiver Mikel Pavia, wide receiver Stephen Sellers, tight end Miles Peters, and from left tackle to right tackle James Aloiso, Gabe Ofisu, Male Fonua, Ure Lalua, and Chris Beveridge getting their start today. Their primary starting right tackle is out, and that's a huge loss, in which he's going Division I. So that right side edge is an opportunity to cause a lot of havoc, definitely with their star right tackle out for the Game 1 Bowl. First play is missed, trying to hit a short 5-yard out route going outside. It is now 2nd and 10. Back to your second play of this drive. It looks like an outside handoff. That time they'll hand off to the number 5, which is Q Villa, who is a projected starting wide receiver. I think they're going to have a couple switch-ups, to be honest with you, as we approach the rest of this game. They do like to run that committee, and they are one of the top rushing teams in the league, so expect a lot of groundwork today from Snow College. I'll get to your Iowa Central Triton defensive starters right after this play, as we got a huge 3rd and 9. Ball on the 46-yard line for Snow College in the white uniforms, going from right to left on your video monitor. Tritons come out with 5 down in the box, showing some zone coverage and 1 man out to the bottom of your screen. Over the middle of the field, it's picked off. No, just dropped it. Iowa Central looked like they had the INT, and that was Jaden Turner, who would have taken it back to the house if he could hang on. He's got his hands in his head. He knows that could have been such a huge play at the beginning of this game, but instead, just like the Triton offense, we will see a 3 and out. So a 3 and out for Snow College, and the Tritons will have Kadarius Williams back to return. Their punter is standing at their own 32-yard line. There's 11 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The punt is sky high, going back to the 30, the 25, and taking a snow bounce to the 20, 15, and still rolling. And Iowa Central will start up their second drive overall with a 1st and 10 on their own 15. And since we didn't get a chance to in that first drive for the Triton defense, we will be sure to share with you those starters once we get to the second drive on defense. So stay with us. And we'll keep it right here in the broadcast booth. I do know that our scoreboard says final, but we are in the first quarter. We are working to get that fixed, and we are working to get the time adjusted on there too, but I will share that it is 0-0. We got a new switch up at quarterback. DeMarcus Creasy checks into the game. He's our leading rusher, and he's going to take a read option on his first play of the game in the Game 1 Bowl, and it looks like he maybe got 1 yard on the play. It was a fantastic wrapped-up tackle, again, by that star linebacker. Keep an eye on him. Keep an ear out for him, Tayson Reed. And he's actually going to the Division I letter. He recently signed his commitment letter of intent to go and play for the Utah Utes heading into next season. We have a lot of Division I players playing today, and we'll be talking about that too. Back to pass to Marcus Creasy over the middle of the field, now rolling to his left. Creasy takes off and runs. There's a flag in the backfield. This may be a holding coming back. If it stands, it'll be a 1st down for Iowa Central. The refs are still talking about it. There was 1 flag that was picked up earlier today on that defensive pass interference. This one will not be picked up. It's holding on the offense. Half the distance to the goal, replay 2nd down. Let's check what this will be officially. I think this is going to be somewhere in the realm of 2nd and 15 or so. Should be second and 14. Ball on the 9-yard line on the Tritons side. Back to the gun. Trips right, lone receiver left. And no, play action pass. Looked like a handoff at first. Got a man open downfield, and he tries to sling it to him. Was it caught? No. Broken up. Dalen Houston was the man looking at the ball, intended receiver of Johnston, Iowa. And it was broken up by the numero uno on the Snow College side, Tristan Hudson. And that brings up a 3rd and 14. Ball on the 9-yard line. Tritons yet to get positive yardage in the Game 1 Bowl, but we are very early still. 10 minutes and 46 seconds remain in the first quarter. Back to the gun here with Creasy and Johnson in the backfield. Trips right, lone receiver left. They've got an open seam route right over the middle of the field in the slot to Marcellus Chandler. Chandler with a good pop, and he might be a yard or two shy of the first down. Yeah, you know what? That's going to be the ruling on the field. 4th and short coming up, and Montalto's men are going to go out there to at least apply the pressure and maybe get Snow College to jump or go for it quick. Let's see here. Trying to get him to jump. Is Creasy clapping his hands? No. They'll look at the sideline, maybe some adjustments, audibles, and hot routes. Got plenty on the play clock. No need to rush it. 14 there. 10:08 on the game clock. 0-0. It is 4th and 1 in their own territory. Big spot here. 3 on the play clock. Will they take it? No. And Coach Montalto will burn his first timeout of the game. While we have you, I'd like to thank some of our wonderful sponsors of today, including the Game 1 Bowl sponsors, Casey's General Store, Hy-Vee, Schedule Opt, and Cedar Falls Tourism. And also, Game 1 is proud to partner with the NJCAA and the ICCAC to bring you the Game 1 Bowl. Visit game-1.com to learn more about their variety of team uniform, apparel, and equipment offerings. Game 1 is your first contact for all things game. Again, you can anticipate many friends of ours joining us in the broadcast as we go throughout today, including former head football coach and athletic director who's been at this very stadium many a time with the Iowa Central Tritons, Coach Kevin Twait, and also current athletic director Guy Horn will be joining us as well as the ICCAC commissioner too. From the gun, doubles left, lone receiver right, Tony Terry's at tight end. Right behind the left tackle. Tritons coming out to look like they're going to go for it. 5 on the play clock. Maybe some confusion on the sideline, and Iowa Central is going to take another timeout. Iowa Central will take their second timeout, and I don't know if they're going to mess around this time. Well, we got a flag thrown now. Flag near the sideline on the Iowa Central side. Delay of game. Okay, so they're not taking the timeout. Oh, I see. So that's a ruling that you don't see a lot in football, but you cannot call back-to-back timeouts in the same dead ball period. So that's what they shared down below. So with that being said, Iowa Central will get to keep 2 timeouts. Here's a punt. It's going straight up, not very far in distance. 40, going to take a Triton bounce, and it's going to lie at the 46-yard line. On the Triton side, Snow College going to be able to start in excellent field position. I'll tell you what, Snow College on defense has looked very tough in the early going in this one. Another 3 and out from Iowa Central. And Snow College will take the field on offense. And as they do, let's bring you those Iowa Central Triton starting lineup on defense, including defensive end Jamorion Jackson, defensive tackle Jalil Muhammad, defensive end Austin Chambers, outside linebacker Joseph Evans, outside linebacker Christian Barney and Baptani Riak, middle linebacker Mason Chandler, Strong side linebacker, DJ Davis. Let's watch this play. In the pistol. And rolling right up the middle of the field, still on his feet and running. Snow College with an early going in their first play from this drive, setting up a 1st and goal for Snow College. Also rounding out those defensive starters for Iowa Central, cornerback Kadarius Williams and Mike Lane, free safety Maud Grayer, and strong safety Jaden Turner. And just like that, Snow College will come right back into hurry-up offense where they will look to score. And they'll be stopped at the goal at the line of scrimmage there. Let's bring on former head football coach and former athletic director Kevin Twait joining us in the broadcast now. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Great to be here. What a venue, what a place, what an honor it is for these two great teams to play. And it's not going like we want to right now, buddy, but I got a lot of faith in our Tritons. You know what I mean?
I do, too. A rare slow start in the Game 1 Bowl for Iowa Central. Snow College, though, I think they have some flashbacks of the past, and they want to capitalize today. I know we saw them 2 years ago.
You can just tell at the banquet. They were locked and loaded. They could not wait for this one. Oh, man.
Oh, and that's going to go through the hands.
Yeah. They had a good play fake, and we kind of bid on it. They leaked the fullback out into the flat. He was wide open, and thank goodness it did go through his hands. This is a big play here. 3rd down, goal to goal. Boy, if we can hold to a field goal here, what a deal that would be, Hank.
Oh, my. It would be huge. Huge implications coming up. Defensive coordinator Jeremy Conley ready to go for his Triton men on defense. Looks like they're going to crowd 4, maybe 5 in the box.
Yeah. They've got offset I formation. Shotgun, it's really a pistol formation. Tailback 4 yards behind the quarterback, fullback, sidecar right.
Waiting for the play. Here's a handoff near the line of scrimmage, still on his feet and running. Is he going to break free? He will.
Wow.
And that's their backup running back, Coach.
Tell you what, that was a great run. We had it. I mean, we had it stuffed at the line of scrimmage for a negative 2 yard. It'd have been 4th and goal in the 5. He spun out of a couple tackles, credit him, kept his feet moving, and we lost the edge there, and he scores. So great start for Snow, tough one for us, buddy.
And at that, we will get to special teams action here. Now, look at this old trick that Snow College likes to come back in.
Swinging gate. Yeah, a lot of teams do this, and now what's different here is the long snapper is eligible because he's the end man line of scrimmage, which is really weird, but our guys have seen this 100 times, and they had it covered down very well. 6-0
anticipating the PAT, and it is through the uprights, making it 7-0.
Yeah, and that rascal can really kick. He in pregame he was hitting from 52, 55, and he was making them. They got a great kicker. Well, we got off to a slow start, but it's time to see what we're made of. I got a lot of faith we're going to go down here and get something going.
And I do too, Coach. I was talking in the pregame show about the history with Iowa Central coming to the Game 1 Bowl. Yeah. I've counted 14 games in a row they have won.
Yeah,
it's since 2004 being their last loss. Talk to us about being a coach and coming here, since you have all the experience in the world doing that, and getting ready for a game like this.
It's just a treat for our players and our coaching staff. And you think about it, every Iowa high school football player, his dream is to play in the Unidome for a state championship. That's where the state playoff semifinals and finals are held in this building. Not many get to do it, and few and far. And to come here, they came on Thursday to get a practice in this venue, and then to come here to play a bowl game. It's a great way to cap a season. And I had the great luxury to coach in 16 bowl games. 14 of them were in this building, and what a great treat that was. And Coach Montal, this is his 8th in a row here, and we've won 14 of these rascals in a row.
Wow!
But I tell you what, we've got a live one here today. Snow remembers well what happened 2 years ago, and I think they're on a mission. So we got to bite down hard in the mouthpiece, get this thing going.
And I tell you what, I think Snow College brought the snow with them with this blizzard outside. Yeah. Happy to report we all made it here safely. We came early this morning, and I've been up since the early dawn, ready to go, Coach.
Well, you sound like you're ready to go like always. We're proud to have you on the air, buddy.
Thank you. And we're grateful to have you, too, as well. Well, here we go. The Tritons coming up, showing the gun. They are so deep in their roster, Coach. Yeah. Here is their secondary quarterback, DeMarcus Creasy, who actually leads us in rushing. Here he goes looking to take off here, maybe 1 or 2 on the play.
Yep. Well, that time we had 2 back, no tight end in the game, but we had an H-back and a tailback and shotgun, of course, like Coach goes, and 3 wide receivers out in the game. And that's what Coach does a great job with is mixing formations, mixing motions, and we're hard to guard. We really are. And right now he's got trips to the wide field, single receiver into the boundary, sidecar left, the running backs to the trip side. He motions out. Now it's empty formation.
Looking for the
He's
one.
He's going to run.
Yeah, here we go.
And
with a man to beat.
Wow.
It's that star linebacker. He got him. DeMarcus Creasy is going to skip through and pick up the first Triton first down of the day, and what a way to do so. Looking at 25 on the play.
And what happens when Coach Montalto motioned to empty, they walk a linebacker out. Now they're one short in the box, and it's a very difficult formation to guard. It really is. And Creasy with his legs can really beat you.
And that linebacker, Tayson Reed, not an easy one to beat. He's going Division I to Utah.
Wow. Utah's a great program as well. Nice power play there. Our offensive line had not been getting much movement earlier in the game, and on that one we got some nice movement over our left side. Right guard pulled, make a nice 4-yard gain on first down. 2nd and 6 is much better than 2nd and 12, Hank.
You got it. And how about those sled dogs?
Yeah, sled dog with Coach Clegg. You're darn right. Love them.
That's right. They do such a great job developing these guys for the future. Plenty of those guys going to the next level as well, including Alan Pond to Tulsa and Jordan Jensen to K-State. Here's a long ball looking to go down the sideline. Marcellus Chandler has been tested now twice today. They had that defensive pass interference picked up when they originally threw it, and that one just a little out of reach and double teamed.
Real close. I mean, what's one thing that really helps, so it loosens up for some of your intermediate and shorter passes, because we've thrown a couple deep ones. That kind of backs off that secondary, so maybe look to see some shorter intermediate passes open up even a bit more, just because DBs are anticipating the deep ball.
I like anticipating them. Make them play the wider field.
Yep.
Open up the spaces.
We motioned empty again. We had trips to the left, to the right side. We have doubles now. There's a big one.
Here comes Kamari Williams, that star freshman.
There you go. Yep. That's a good call. The ball was underthrown, and anytime the ball is underthrown, the receiver sees the ball. He stops it, halt his momentum to come back for it. The DB doesn't see it. He runs into the receiver, and pass interference, and that's a great call. I think they were right to pick up the call earlier in the game. I didn't think that was interference. That was interference. That's a first down for our Tritons.
If you're a defensive back or any back in the backfield for defense, you got to be playing that ball. That time it got away from them, and Iowa Central will pick up another first down. Slowly but surely, they're putting together something, Coach.
Boy, it'd be great to have an answer to Snow's touchdown. It'd be just tremendous.
7-0, Snow College leads with 6.5 remaining in the first quarter. Here's a little swing out to the left, still running on his feet.
Wow.
Power. Speed and power, Coach.
Tremendous. And like we mentioned earlier, we've thrown a couple deep passes. Now we play fake and hit a 2 or 3 yard pass, and the yards after runs about 12 to 13 more. So great pickup, another first down.
Sincere Brown was a man who caught that ball. Someone who's not listed to start today, but again, we are deep everywhere.
We've got a lot of cats that can play. There's no question about that.
Rolling right, thrown over the middle of the field, going to the end zone, and right through the chest for Kamari Williams, and incomplete.
Just a tremendous job by him playing defense. It almost looked like their defensive back hopped in front of us, and I think Kamari did a wonderful job knocking that ball out, quite frankly. So I think it was a great play by him. That'd have been tough to if we'd have thrown an interception, after this nice drive. So 2nd and 10, we retool and see what we can do.
Take me back to your mind, Coach. What do you look at here, 2nd and 10, approaching the red zone?
Well, we're in field goal range now. I know Coach wants to score a touchdown. He's gone empty, and they've had trouble guarding our empty formation. We have 3 on one side, 2 on the other. And then with the wheels of the quarterback, just a little shallow crossing route. I tell you what, Snow College is tackling well. Some of the games I've seen, that guy would spin away. We'd spin away and then get an extra 5-6 yards. They seem like when they're wrapped up and moving their feet. They're doing a great job.
Marcellus Chandler hauling in his third target of the day. He's also a man that had the big explosion for the kickoff return to open this game. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Hank Ambrose and Coach Twait joining you in the broadcast for your play-by-play coverage on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Here is a big third down.
6. We have a big play here. Love to convert. I don't know if Coach thinks we're in 4-down territories. Would be happy with the field goal if we miss. Well, hopefully we don't have to find out. Hopefully we get. He's going to run for a first down.
Here comes Creasy, and
Great
sliding
job
at about the 5-yard line.
Tremendous job. I tell you what, when you have to guard a quarterback that can run, it changes your whole defensive game plan. It's hard. It's hard to account for that guy in the passing game and the running game. And his legs again, another first down.
Tritons averaging 440 yards of offense a game. And that's one of the primary reasons. Whether you have Creasy or Purdy out there, quarterback, a lot's going to get done. And so far, Creasy is the one to make the most of it. From the gun here. And handing off. Here comes
a little zone read there. We didn't block the defensive end. Kind of read, we read him, and he ended up, closed a little bit. Almost got through there, but I think we make 1 yard. But we got second goal on the 4-yard line, and with a running quarterback, guy that can extend plays, you can pass, you can run. The sky's the limit right now. Coach has an open playbook. Call what you want here.
As C.J. Phillip on the last carry, we're going to see a switch up at tailback. Anthony Hall's coming in. In fact, CJ is going to stay out there. We got 2 running backs out here.
2 backs in the game.
Terry at tight end to the left here, motioning. Back to pass. No, going to hand off. Here comes Phillip again. He's of Southeast Polk, coach, and boy, they've played in here many a times.
Oh boy, they'd won 2 or 3 in a row. They did not win this year, but in the 2 or 3 previous years they had. Now they're down there. We got third goal on the 2-yard line. This is a big play. My guess is, knowing Coach Montalto, we have 2 downs to make it. I think knowing Coach well enough that you get down the 2-yard line, he's thinking touchdown, not field goal. So I think in his mind, we got 2 downs to get this thing.
All right, 3:15
Once again,
remaining.
2 backs in the game, offset from the quarterback, H-back in to the right side, 2 split receivers.
Williams out to the right. They're trying him on a fade route. The freshman going up and denied. Swatted down. Great defense.
And a little bit underthrown. That I think if DeMarcus had that one back, that's that back pylon ball that you're trying to go to the back pylon. And had he put it there, I think we'd have had a chance. But we underthrew it, and DB made a nice play. But it was just a hair underthrown.
Colby Williams on the knockdown. And, Coach, that was probably the right thing to do instead of go for the pick and try to bat it up and lose it, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
And as you said, here comes that 4th down, Coach.
Yeah, knowing Coach Montalvo, he's thinking 7s, not 3s, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Big play, 4th and goal on the 2.
Hall's at running back, man in motion. And they hand off. Here's a handoff. Hall.
Not going to get it.
They're going to be stopped at the 1, maybe 2-yard line. Snow College makes a stand on defense.
Yep. Wow. Tell you what, that was a big defensive stand for them. We have the ball, 1st and goal on the 5, have 4 cracks at, we don't make it. And, if this doesn't go the Tritons' way today, and hopefully there's a long way to go, but that'll be a key moment. We had a chance to make it 7-7.
And that was a long journey. That drive alone went over 7 minutes.
Yep.
We still have 3 to play here in the first quarter and a full 4 the rest of the way through.
One thing when you're coaching, though, you do know they've got 98 yards to go themselves now. So they do have a long haul for them to get to the end zone. So if you don't give up a big play and make them go the long, hard way, it's very difficult to drive 98 if you don't have some big plays in there.
And knock on wood, 20 sacks this season. Here's a handoff up the middle.
Yep. Nice job up front, holding the 2 yards and going to be 2nd and 8. And boy, it'd be awesome if somehow we could get a 3-and-out, Hank, and make them punt from their own end zone,
Coach, I got to ask you about this. 2 Iowa Central linebackers are top 10 in the nation in total tackles. How many times have you heard about that through your coaching career?
Not very often. And that tells you the guys up front are doing a wonderful job of eating up the O guards and O tackles and O centers, and to allow them to run free to make plays. But obviously, they're great playmakers as well.
And that's Mason Chandler and Taylor Schaefer. And Schaefer's not playing today, but Chandler's in at 23. The handoff, oh my goodness, being brought back.
Safety?
Second effort, is that a safety?
It is.
Looking at the stripes.
Hey.
All right, we're talking here. Did you see a signal, Coach?
No.
I did not.
No, forward progress about the foot line. They did not give us a safety.
Goodness.
It's going to be third and 11 from the 1-yard line,
Only forward here.
Now, if I was coaching, this is not a bad time to play fake and go. I think we're going to run. Because if they intercept it, you tackle them, it's a 50-yard punt anyway. I mean, don't be shocked if they throw one deep.
From the gun.
Quite frankly, I hope they don't. But
we're calling something from the sideline, some sort of substitution. Ahmad Grayer wearing the number 20. He leads the team in interceptions. Keep an eye on him. There he goes.
Good. Beautiful. They completed a 5-yard out. They're going to have to punt from the end zone. That's a win for the defense. Great job, Triton defense. We had a chance, to score. We didn't score, but we went 3 and out. Now they've got a punt, and their punter will be standing about 5-6 yards deep in the end zone, Hank. You never know. Maybe we come after it and block one.
They're due. Their punter is all the way back to his heels to the back of the end zone. This looks like a straight rush, Coach. Coming in hot. The kick is up. It's wobbly down towards the 40.
Get away.
Takes a Triton bounce.
Get away from that darn thing. There you go.
Peter, is that the call, Coach?
Darn right. Peter, get away. Get away. Now, what a great job by our defense, because now we have the ball on their 42-yard line. We have the short field now, and, boy, it'd be fun to go down here and tie this rascal up.
And as we start this next drive, I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsors of the broadcast, including Bemrick Electric, Calvert and Johnson Insurance, CJ Bio, as well as CNOS and many more, allowing us to bring you the coverage today and all season long, as well as our Game 1 Bowl sponsors, Casey's, Hy-Vee, Schedule Opt, and Cedar Falls Tourism. Tritons get the ball back on their opponent 43-yard line. In the first play here, Hall gets the carry, and he'll try to escape outside.
Well blocked. I think if he'd had to do that over again, he may have cut it north and south a little bit sooner. He kind of extended it out maybe a little wider than need be. But still a wonderful gain. 6-yard gain on first down, 2nd and 4. Good job by the Tritons there.
2nd and 4, and Snow College might have a man off the field. Do they have enough on the field to make the complete? Okay, they do have 11. They got one off last second. Anthony Hall breaking tackles in the backfield. Negative to positive yardage, and in fact, a first down from Anthony Hall.
Just a tremendous play by Anthony, because it didn't look good, Hank. I mean, they had a guy on the quarterback and a guy on Anthony on the zone read. They had both of us locked in pretty good. He kind of ran right through that man. Great job of great determination, tremendous run.
And at that, we are at the end of the quarter. 7-0 Snow College has the lead, but the Tritons are marching down again. They had an opportunity to score a moment ago, stopped at the 2. But I tell you what, if they get a second crack at it, I think it's going in, Coach.
Boy, it would be really big here to early in the second period to get a touchdown, make this 7-7. And that just is a jump start for the defense, for your special teams, gives the offense confidence, and so that obviously that's what we're certainly hoping for.
Well, the Tritons, they have been in this situation before, trailing in the regular season at the end of the first quarter, but not at the Game 1 Bowl in some time. These last few seasons have been quite dominating, even over Snow College from 2 years ago, where that final score is 44-9.
And one thing as a football coach, you always let your team know this is a 3-hour deal. So if it starts off really great, that's awesome, but there's probably going to be some ups and downs and peaks and valleys. If it doesn't start so good, it's a 3-hour deal. I mean, think about it. We played one quarter. There's 3 left. And so we're only down 7-0. We have the ball 1st and 10 on their 30. And, if we can score here, we'll be feeling good about this thing. Tritons go trips to the wide side of the field, single receiver into the boundary here to the left. Running backs offset to the strong side.
From the gun, here we go. Creasy's staying out at quarterback. Terry motions. He's our tight end.
Into an H-back setting.
Hall gets a carry again. He's been on fire lately. Hall shifty. Going to pick up a few. Now, he didn't move all that often, but still picked up quality yardage, Coach.
We're really, really patient and just kind of had to see where the crease was. It was a little isolation play where our tackle turned out and our H-back led up inside in the B gap there, and almost like the old I formation ISO play. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 for the Tritons. And once again, we go trips formation to the right, single receiver left. Go ahead.
Some stat leaders. Let's watch this play. Back to pass. Creasy looking long. Nothing. He'll scramble. That's dangerous. Instead, he'll throw. It looked like he was going for the end zone. Oh, just out of reach.
I tell you what, when you have a quarterback that can extend plays like Creasy can, it's a nightmare for that secondary because, you got to cover him 6-7 seconds. That's almost impossible. And he broke open, just overthrew him just a little bit, or we have 6. Now, big play here, 3rd and 8. I'm not sure how much. I don't know what coach's take is. To me, we're in 2-down territory here. I don't think he'd try a 46 or 7-yard field goal. Maybe he would, but to me, we got 2 downs to make 8 yards. Trips right again. Single back to the right. Now we motion to empty, and they're going to blitz us. Darn it! I think we got motion. I think we've got illegal motion on us.
4 on the defensive line, showing 2 linebackers but they are very good. Play like there's 4 out there.
Yeah. They're active. They come downhill and hit.
False start on 70.
Yeah. 3rd and 13 now. That's a different can of worms.
At the end of the first quarter, your leading tackler is their star linebacker there, Tayson Reed on the Snow College side. Your leader in rushing yards does belong to Creasy and Taylor, both at 37. Anthony Hall has 19.
Okay. So, yeah, we rushed the ball for 90 yards in the first quarter. That's actually really good stuff.
3rd and long here.
We go from doubles to trips.
Back to pass. Pocket looking to collapse. Pressure. Throws.
Ooh.
Oh, right at the ankles. Intended for Jackson, who they had a play ago.
Did a really good job getting the ball off. I thought he was sacked, Hank, and somehow he got out of there. It looks like we're going to punt him down, try and get him inside the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you what, though, Coach, our 2 punters this season have been some of the most athletic players on the field, including quarterback that started today, Ty Purdy, out there now, but also our star receiver, Jacob Kanya.
And that always makes you nervous when you're playing a team that their quarterback's the punter, because he can do a lot of stuff. He can throw from that formation. He can run for it, but my guess is if I was betting, we're going to try and pin him down inside the 10-yard line, would be my guess.
Ahmad Grayer's lined up as a runner. He's got good hands, 4 interceptions this season. A little pooch. And traveling to the 5. Oh. Are you kidding?
Beautiful.
Now that's
great
a rugby
job.
punt.
What a beautiful job by Purdy there, He played down the road, 8-man football at Gilbertville, Don Bosco, about 10 minutes from here, and was a tremendous high school athlete, done a great job for our Tritons, and what a job pinning him down again, 4-yard line.
Incredible. Well, the field positioning has been the tail of the tape. This is back-to-back drives for Snow College where they're starting inside their own 5-yard line. Not
no
favorable.
doubt. They've got the long, it's very difficult to score when you have 80 yards or more to go. They've got 94, unless you get a couple big chunk plays, a 30-yard gain here, or a 25-yard gain here, something like that. So hopefully we can make them go the long, hard way and get off the field. A 3-and-out would be great again somehow, if possible.
13:43 remaining in the first half. Empty backfield.
They've gone empty now. I don't know if their quarterback's a runner at all or not. Maybe we might find out.
Nice throw.
Very nice.
Through the window.
He threw that thing low and outside, because if he'd have thrown it to the receiver, I think we'd pick 6. I mean, it was great coverage. Just perfect throw, low and outside. You always tell your quarterbacks you never miss an out route, high and inside. You throw a out route, low and outside, where your guy's the only cat that has a chance. They've gone empty again.
All right.
Nice 4-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 6.
That's redshirt freshman Jace Welsh at quarterback today.
We have a 3-man pass rush. Boy, that's good defense.
Ball on the floor.
No. They're calling him down.
Or maybe even incomplete. Well, regardless, it's not really going to move the chains. And a 3rd and down will come up for Snow College.
Yeah. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. I'm surprised I took number 2 out of the game. Their running back. I thought he was hard to bring down. I thought very difficult.
We're early. I wouldn't say he's resting his legs. I don't know.
No.
Maybe they'll sneak him in at some point.
I think somebody's in right now. So they've got tight end flanker. They've gone a set where they have a tight end and 2 flankers to the left. Running backs shifted that way. Now he's shifted weak to the split inside.
Our safeties are starting to come down. One stays high. No, he'll approach back.
Yep.
Good job staying light on their feet.
Does that delay a game, or they get a timeout in there? Yeah, delay a game. So that's gonna put them back to 3rd and 10.
And in a spot like this, I don't think you want to take a delay a game.
No. Well, this would be so critical if we could, not allow them to make this 10 yards and make them punt again, backed up, and give our offense another chance with the short field, Hank. Or our return guy maybe makes a big play or something.
3 on the defensive line here.
Yep. They've got tight end and 2 flankers to our defensive right. Back to pass. There's number 2.
Jukes 1.
Good.
Can't get away from the other.
Pursuit.
No way.
Good pursuit.
Grayer was there. A rare missed tackle from Chandler, who, again, 7th in the nation in total tackles.
You do pursuit drill every day, because you always say as much as you love your buddy, sometimes your buddy doesn't make the tackle. You think he's going to, but you better assume he's not. Get your tail there, and Tritons did a great job pursuing the football there.
Well, very similar to the previous offensive drive. This punter going back to his own end zone. Hills in the back.
Oh, this is awesome.
Showing a similar straight rush across the board.
Nice
Did one
launch,
break through? Oh, so close to blocking it. Punt traveling to the 35. It takes a Triton bounce all the way back for Stowe. Almost starting in their own red zone.
Tremendous field position. We got the ball on their 30-yard line. What a great job by that defense again, Hank. Going another 3 and out when they were backed up and forced a poor punt. And, boy, we're sitting in good shape here on the 30-yard line. Well, we need to score. We've been down there one drive. We have first and goal on the 5. We don't score. And then next time we're down there on the 42-yard line, don't score. Now we've got to get this one in. We're on the 30-yard line. Let's go put some points on the board.
Well, about an hour and a half away south of here in Iowa City, you see the Iowa Hawkeyes win plenty of games with field positioning and punts all the time. So not saying we're going to see that by the end of today, but maybe an early factor in the first half. Back to the gun with Creasy.
No question.
Hall with a spin move.
Yep.
Man, he's got everything on the joystick. He's got a shift, a juke, a spin.
Nice game. We're not getting a lot of push. I tell you what, they're pretty stout up front. I credit Snow Colley's front four. We're getting on them, but we're not knocking them back. It's a nice 3-yard gain. And 3 times 4 is 12, and all you need is 10, right, for a first down. Isn't that how that works? But Tritons once again go with 2 receivers flanked left, H-back left, so it's almost like a tight end trips formation to our left and single receiver to the right. Fade to the single receiver down the sideline. He got up and got it. Beautiful catch.
Caught by Darian Gilliam on his first target today of Chicago, Illinois. Stands at 6'5", and like you said, climbed the ladder, brought her right back down.
Just beautiful. We had trips, a tight end trips to the wide field. He was into the boundary, man-to-man coverage. He went up and he led him on that one and gave him a chance. And what a great catch.
A couple times the Tritons have tried that one-on-one ball, and that time it's going to work, setting them down inside the 3-yard line now in opponent territory. Handing off. CJ Phillip lunging forward, second effort. Going to be good for the first Triton touchdown of the day.
Well blocked up front. We got the push we wanted, push we needed. That was just tremendous. Tremendous job up front by the O-line. And great effort. Running back could have gone down about the 1, but he fought and found a way. So big extra point here. Let's get this through and make this maybe 7-7.
CJ Phillip is one who will hold the first touchdown of the day for Iowa Central. It's now 7-6 with Anderson Trejo's PAT pending. And Trejo, he was injured in the previous contest. It's good to see him suit back up for Iowa Central today.
In these close games, these kicking plays are so huge. Boy, that was nice.
The kick is up, and it is good.
He drilled that baby now. That baby that could have been good from 45-50. Great hold, great snap. You always talk about, there's the process of that. There's so much time spent with the long snapper, the holder, and the kicker, the operation, we call it, and that's got to be done in 1.3 seconds or less or it's going to get blocked. And you time that baby, and what a great job by the Tritons there. Great answer at 7-7 early in the second quarter, and like we said, this is a 3-hour deal. We got it dead even right now, buddy.
You got it. It's Coach Twade and myself. I'm Hank with you for your play-by-play coverage today. You know what's so awesome about the Triton Nation Sports Network? All home broadcasts live here. You can find it, go back in time to years and years ago even, to when we had our first broadcast, and even previous Game 1 Bowls, as we have all those on here too. Fun every year.
It's quite a deal if you're a Triton athletic fan to be able to get online and watch everything. I don't care whether it's volleyball, basketball, wrestling, football, whatever it is. And it's just really cool.
Tritons lining up for the kickoff. Now, they do have a new kicker out here to take this.
I always figured if you pin him inside the 30-yard line, make them go 70 yards or more, they've got a great chance to stop themselves. And I think in close games, the turnovers, Hank, and special teams. I mean, who wins a special teams battle? Who wins a turnover battle? And we have to make sure we kick this down there well and cover it well.
Here's a run-up.
Boy.
And attributed by the Triton Marching Band, the roll-up.
Holy cow. 5 yards deep into the end zone. Beautiful.
Touchback coming up for Snow College.
Tremendous kick there.
I'd like to shout out all the crew making today's Game 1 Bowl possible, including the referees and everyone that's back up in the booth today, including Brownie over there as our public address announcer, and everyone else running from the scoreboard in person to the sound, and everyone with the Triton Nation Sports Network, too, behind the scenes. Thank you for getting us on air and allowing us to bring you coverage today from wherever you may be watching on our Triton Nation YouTube channel.
As many teams do, they often put the ball in the left hash mark with a right-handed quarterback. It typically, gives you more room to the wide field to throw a pass. Not saying they're going to pass for sure at all, but run and play, a little power. But ball's on the ground. I think we got it.
That's got to be Triton football. Tritons are pointing fingers out to the west.
You bet.
You better believe that's an Iowa Central football. Fumble,
they got it. Beautiful. That was a huge play on defense. I mean, they ran their power play over to the short side, over to their left, our right. Great hit. Ball pops out, and we get on it. Boy, if we could capitalize on this, maybe, and get a touchdown lead, that'd be huge, Hank.
And I believe it was a defensive end, Jamorion Jackson, making the first snap right at the ball, forcing the fumble, getting another forced turnover for this Triton defense.
I'll tell you what can you say about that defense? I mean, we held them to 3 and out 2 different times when they were backed up to give us a short field. Then the first play we get a turnover. That's just huge. We need to go in here and put one in the barn.
Back to the gun here. 2 left, 1 right. Terry, an extra blocker. Rolling to his left. This is Taylor in at quarterback. He's got an open man. And
touchdown! Oh, boy. What an answer.
Back-to-back plays on offense. Go in for 6.
Boy, to get that turnover, play fake, and then roll out, use the quarterback's legs. And I tell you what, I wouldn't want to guard 21 either. He's a handful. Believe me, that rascal can play.
That's Marcellus Chandler, who's been due today. He got that defensive pass interference brought back on him. He had another opportunity in the end zone that ended up getting swatted down. It's good to see him get that 6 points that they've been trying to get him in that first half. It's now 13-7 with the PAT pending from Trejo.
Boy, what a tremendous job to force a turnover. The very next play, score a touchdown, and now we make this extra point. We'll be sitting pretty. 14-7, good guys.
And by the way, I love to see that Trey Taylor came in at quarterback for Iowa Central. He's had a fantastic story. He got some early playing time as a freshman. He ended up having a season-ending injury last year. Got to come back just a couple of weeks ago as a rotational committee quarterback, and to see him score in the Game 1 Bowl is heartwarming.
It really is. And he tore his ACL against Hutchinson a couple of years ago, and dynamite quarterback, dynamite young person, dynamite young man. I tell you, it's amazing to me. Coach Montalto has so much faith every year in 3 or 4 quarterbacks. He doesn't care. He has faith in this one, and they all go in. They can all play. And I've just always been amazed at that, and always kind of respected and admired that as well. So, kudos to Taylor, and so happy for that young man.
He's got a good eye for him. It reminds me of when he recruited the former Iowa Central Triton pitcher to come play quarterback, in Justin Silverstein, who is a former Game 1 Bowl offensive player of the game.
No doubt.
From 2 years ago.
Yeah. He was a Cincinnati, Ohio kid, if I remember right.
Yeah,
that guy.
I think so.
He could play baseball and football. Heck of a deal.
Well, that makes it 14-7 with 10 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first half. And the Tritons, who had a few missteps, took some breaths, got things going in the right order, and now it's Snow College who has the pressure and scoring.
No doubt. I mean, let's face it, the first probably 10 minutes of the game, Snow College had the upper hand by far, and they're up 7-0. Now we put 2 in the barn, and now it's time to see what they're made of. I think they'll be coming at us hard, believe me. I don't think they're going to back down at all. They come out with a H-back to our defensive left and flanked by 2 receivers, like a tight end trip steal, 1 split in. Just a zone play. Nice job defensively. Backside D-end closed on it well. I don't think it was a read play. Had he been reading the D-end, I think he'd have pulled it and kept it on the outside. I think it was a dead give, and great play by the right defensive end.
We've seen similar play throughout the contest today, and the Tritons have done a good job at adjusting to be able to bring that down for No gain. 2nd and 10 coming up on the 26-yard line.
Now they've gone doubles, 2 receivers each side, running back to our defensive left. Shotgun, obviously.
Now the two in the backfield going to switch sides here. Back to pass, looking
3-man rush. We're dropping. They've got one.
Going deep. Kadarius Williams is the man
job.
in coverage.
Good job breaking that baby up. They had us by a step. They had us, and they ended up I think the ball was just a hair underthrown, but great closing speed by the corner. Thank goodness.
That's Kadarius Williams on the zeroing in speed. And I'll tell you what, he certainly does have speed. He's all wheels, stands about 5'8", but he's our punt return man. You see him involved on kickoff returns sometimes too. And he was able to track that down and not give up on the play.
That was huge.
That's the important thing.
Huge. 3rd and 9, big play here.
Similar
Once again,
to
they've gone doubles.
This might be the same play, Coach,
Big
going
one.
long.
He's going.
Picked off.
Picked off. Here we
I
go.
think that's Jaden Turner who dropped an interception earlier.
Yeah.
It is. Jaden Turner dropped it from the first drive. He got the interception there.
Turnabout's fair play.
Wow. This defense, Coach.
Man, I tell you what.
Incredible.
Another turnover. That's just tremendous. Jaden Turner, 5'11", 108-pound sophomore. Great play. What happened?
Oh, we're good. We're just talking with the ICCAC crew.
I got you.
And again, shout out to the ICCAC crew.
Oh, boy.
They're running the stats. Oh, hang on. A dead ball foul going to go against Iowa Central on unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
But we got to keep the ball still, Coach.
Yeah, we do. It was a great interception, great play. You just hate to see us, and he spun the ball. He's excited and all that. It just, you just wish you go hug your teammate instead of doing that and penalize our offense now by 15 yards. But it is what it is. So but we've got the ball, 1 touchdown lead, and Coach comes out and H back to the right, and 2 receivers flanked right, 1 flanked left, and running back to the right. Purdy's back in at quarterback.
Swinging right. Ethan Johnson receiving that catch now. Johnson started the day at running back, and they've fed the hot hand Anthony Hall, C.J. Phillip, who had the touchdown 2 drives ago. Good to see him back in the mix.
A lot of interchangeable parts, aren't there? That's really amazing, and they do a great job. That's no more than an outside zone running play. Even though we threw the ball, it's similar to what you would do on an outside zone running play, and Coach does a great job with that. Receivers did a great job blocking on the perimeter there.
I sometimes feel bad for the away announcers and radio guys because there's so many names to
guys.
know.
No question.
There's so many on offense and defense.
Same formation now to the other side. Play fake.
Slant.
Picked
interception.
Picked off by them.
3-4 came out of nowhere. The quarterback, Purdy, going to try to make the tackle. He does. Using the sideline to his advantage. Snow takes over, and a flag going to be thrown on the Snow side. Maybe an unsportsmanlike on them following the INT.
Boy, we came up with 2 big plays, and then they get one. And it was a slant pass and very well covered, and the linebacker stepped in front of it and took it the other way.
The interception made by Mario Williams, linebacker. And yes, it is a dead ball, unsportsmanlike.
15-yard penalty from the end of the return. That's number 34's first unsportsmanlike foul in the game. First down.
Well, let's see what our defense can do. I mean, we're backs against the wall here. Thank goodness for the 15-yard penalty against them. They're back on the 21. They've got great field position. I wonder if they're going to run it or take a shot here.
Well, Snow College on offense, they've been stale as of late. So will that play a factor into getting back on offense here?
I think they're going to run that number 2, if I was betting.
He was good early those first 2 drives, Coach. You'd be correct on your bet there.
Yep.
They go slash up the middle.
Yep. Good job defensively. They run a little power play off the offensive right, defensive left. Guys did a great job up front holding their ground. Linebackers filled nicely.
More than 5 get there. That's a Triton tsunami.
Yeah.
Closing in the walls.
Love it. 2-yard gain there brings up 2nd and 8. We know they've got a good kicker, but also they're not thinking 3. They're thinking 7 with that turnover. Now they go to a pro formation, offset pistol with two backs in the game, tight end flanker to the right, split left. And actually, their tight end's an extra offensive lineman. He's not eligible, 68. I didn't realize that. He's probably a tremendous blocker.
Handing off, countering right, still on his feet.
Yep.
Got through the first wave, not the second.
Nice play by the safety coming up there, Jaden Turner, who made the interception just a little bit ago. Came up nicely and made the play because they had it well blocked at the line and linebackers. Big play here, third and 3.
Tritons making some substitutions on defense. Looked like some early confusion. Looks like they're going to get set now. Get some of their speed back out there. Awaiting the third and manageable on the 15-yard line for Snow College. 7:25 remaining in the first half. Tritons lead 14-7.
So they've got a H-back to our left with a split in, 2 splits the other way. Little play fake, throwing out. Good job.
Oof.
Really
Mike Lane in coverage.
Really nice job by our backside corner. He's one-on-one. They run a slant, and he somehow breaks in front of the receiver. Tremendous speed, tremendous anticipation. The interesting call here. They've got a great kicker. It's 4th and 4. They've got us. They're on hour 15. It looks like they're going, Hank.
All right. Well,
big play.
It would be around a 30-ish yard field goal or so in total if they were to go for it.
I watched him in warm-ups. He was hitting from 52, 55, so he's got the leg. This is an interesting call. They go double shotgun, two receivers flanked each way.
4th and 4 officially, man in motion.
Back.
5 on the play clock, Coach.
They do that motion to see if you're in man or zone. They can tell right now we are in man-to-man coverage because, our guy went with him. Now the thing is, they know we're in man. Does Coach Conley stay in man like we were before, or does he switch up and play zone? My guess is knowing Coach Conley, we're going to stay in man-to-man, not worry about it. But I don't know.
By the way, how about the great job that the coordinators have done this year on defense? All brand new on defense besides defensive coordinator Coach Conley. All the other individual specialists, defensive line and defensive backs are all new this year, Coach.
They really are.
But they've done great. You would have never known.
Coach joined my staff in 1997, okay? My first year was 96. Coach went, and he's been there from 97 to 2020. He's been there 28 years, so he's done a marvelous job. And he went from D-line. He was coaching running backs, D-line. Now they're going to kick the field goal. They had to rethink. And if it was me, I think they're doing the right thing for Snow College. They got a great kicker. Make it 14-10.
This is a 33-yard field goal from Joseph Brandt. Kick is underway, and it is good.
Yep.
14-10.
14-10. I think that was a wise choice by them, actually. 4th and 4 with as well as we're playing on defense. 4th and 4 is hard to make against us, and so that was a kick well done. And 14-10, what a great job by our Iowa Central defense because they have the ball, Hank, 1st and 10 on our 21. Are you kidding me? And we find a way to hold them to a field goal.
And if not for the field positioning, that would have been another case of a 3 and out.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Well, it's 10-14. We'd like to let you know Game 1 is the premier provider of apparel, uniforms, and equipment, unifying teams and fans in schools, clubs, and organizations. Visit game-1.com to learn more about our variety of apparel and equipment offerings. Game 1, your first contact for all things game.
Well, it'd be good for us, 7 minutes left in the half to go on an extended drive here, use up some clock, whether we get a touchdown, but score, whether we get a touchdown or field goal, and make it at least a 7-point game. I think, they got some momentum now, and now it's time for our offense to take back control.
A chance to make it two possessions for this Triton offense. But first, the return. It's Chandler who had that big touchdown earlier.
Oh, boy.
Another nice return, but, man, he got
a good
hit.
He got a good hit, but that was close to being a big one. I mean, he was – one block away, and you can see him jumping up and down. He knows it. But nice field position. Got to the 31-yard line. Now it's time to get our offense out there and get moving.
Good to see he was able to keep the shoes on. Does that change things in an environment like this, Coach?
Oh, yeah.
The field?
Yeah, you've got the smaller molded cleats that you wear, and we came in practice in it. A lot of kids, I'm sure, had a couple pair of shoes to try and see what they navigated in the best with, We come out with a 2-back formation. Now we motion to a 1-back, motion to a trip set. This is quarterback
Creasy.
Run. Look out.
Here comes Creasy, sprinting,
Beautiful.
and spinning his way for another Triton first down, another gain of 20 on the play.
That's when you've got to, coach motion the guy out. We're in two-back set. They're thinking pass, and he leads the one back for the quarterback ISO. It's hard to guard this stuff when you got a quarterback that can run. It really is.
Iowa Central has shown 3 quarterbacks today in the first half, and they've got another one up their sleeve too.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Ethan Johnson on the carry here. He takes one from back and behind, and what's the where?
A couple yards inside there.
His helmet comes off. He's going to have to sit a play.
Yeah. They'll give him 1 or 2. I think it's going to be 2nd 8 or 9.
Looks like Anthony Hall will be the one to check in replacement. You're right, 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is a big drive for us. If what a great job by our defense. If we can score here, get back a 7-point lead or take that 10-point lead back, that would be huge. 2nd and 8. Tritons have two flanked right, one left. Now we motion into the backfield.
A lot of going on in this formation
here,
Coach. Hall, going to lose it. Ball came out. It's a
ball comes out. Ball. Snow gets it.
So we go back-to-back drives.
Yep.
Turning the ball over, Coach.
Nope.
Snow College gaining momentum.
Yeah. And you hate those unforced errors because, just got to hold the ball high and tight. And it wasn't like they had a tremendous helmet on the ball, a great hit. We just didn't secure it very well. Well, we put our defense out there again, and they've answered the call. Seemed like every time. Hopefully they got one more in them here this half. Huh?
I think we're in tune for an instant classic, Coach. If this game stays how it's been going so far at 14-10,
I'm not going to bet against you on that. This is going to go down to the last drive. I'm thinking. Well, Snow comes out. They're in doubles here. 2 receivers each side. Back split, offset to their right, our left. Now they go empty. They motion or just shift him out to empty.
And 2 deep safeties for the Tritons on defense. 3 on defensive line.
3-man rush. We're dropping 8, playing zone coverage.
Oh, what a catch!
Out of bounds.
Caught it on his head. Penalty going to fly.
They're going to call offensive pass interference.
No kidding.
And I think it was.
Oh.
I was wondering about that. If I was doing it, to me, that's offensive pass interference, and you put him back.
By the way, Coach Montalto had the best seat in the house on that. That went right towards his way.
Yeah.
It is on offense. Good call, Coach.
Yeah. I thought it was during the play, actually. It was a tremendous catch now.
Yeah.
I mean, holy buckets. And I actually thought he landed out of bounds. And so I thought if they'd have called it a completed pass that we'd have used the replay, a replay review thing, I think maybe we would have challenged that. But that's huge now, 1st and 25.
So close.
Coach Conley does a great job. When they go empty, we typically rush 3, drop 8, but about once every 8 times we bring 6, and they got 5 protected. So it's kind of fun, kind of a chess match.
And by the way, he read their minds.
Yes,
Sent just
did.
3, dropped everybody else back.
Once again, we brought a guy off the edge.
Oh,
good job. Very nice play by the linebacker there. 5-yard gain.
It's Chandler.
Now it's 2nd and 20. Coach brought a weak side pressure there, so it looked like we were going to bring 3. We actually blitzed an outside backer to bring the fourth. Now they've got 2 backs in the game, just offset even with the quarterback. In pro formation, looks like a power play to the tight end side. Yep, that's what they ran.
Gang tackle.
Nice job. 3-yard gain. Very nice job by the defense.
Yeah, we're looking at some of the top tacklers in the league today. Oh, we got an injury on the field.
We've got someone down.
We'll keep a close eye on him. I didn't see the jersey number, but as soon as we do, we'll report on it, and we'll keep you up to date with what happened there. As I was saying about some of the top tacklers in the nation, their leading tackler, Tyson Reed, he's currently at number 21 on the national boards in overall total tackles with 69. Mason Chandler is 2nd on our team in tackles. Oh, unsportsmanlike on Iowa Central's number 7.
Boy, that hurts. And when 88's an injured player.
Now that's an automatic first down, Coach. Is
yeah,
that right?
Yeah, it's senseless. I mean, they're jawing at each other, and it just hurts your team. You know, it was going to be 3rd and 18, and now it's 1st and 10. You know, and you can't put your teammates, can't be that selfish. Put your teammates in that position.
Get out of jail free card.
Yeah, and I'm not saying the other guy didn't instigate. I didn't see it, but you got to be able to walk away. You just have to.
Back to pass, looking long down the sideline. And no flag, no catch.
Good coverage.
The receiver
there.
wanted it again. Kadarius,
Yeah.
or maybe no, that was Mike Lane on coverage that time, the number 2.
Yeah, no, very, very good coverage there. They just took a shot deep, and we're running stride for stride with him.
The injured Triton from a play ago, that 88, is Josiah Mason. He went to the sideline. We will keep an eye on him to see if he returns.
Sure, hopefully does. You know, you don't want anybody on either team to get injured in this thing. You know, you want everybody to play hard, have fun, and get ready for off season, whether they're going to play back in your program or go to play at a 4-year school.
2nd and 10, trips left, 1 right, firing and
Nice.
incomplete.
Good job there. And we had 2 guys right there, you know, so we're sitting in good shape. Big play here, 3rd and 10. You know, we gave up because of the penalty, that first down. If we could, you know, get out of this one on 3rd and 10 here, make them punt the ball, that would be huge.
They've stopped him before on this 3rd and long.
Yep, this
Why
is
not?
big. They go doubles, shotgun, back offset to defensive right. They have 2 flank receivers on each side.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Triton still holding on that lead, 14-10.
Coach is bringing 5.
Back to pass over the middle. He's got him.
Darn it.
He caught it. He's going to be down at around the 37-yard line.
Really a nice route. It was a deep square in, about a 15-yard dig route, square in route, and quarterback put it out there for him. He really laid out to get it too. I mean, it was a nice catch. Coach brought 5 that time instead of just bringing 3 and dropping 8. He actually. We got too many guys on the field.
Flag thrown. Maybe one went early even.
Now we had 12 men on the field.
Oh,
I think we had some. We were trying to. It's so great to see 98 back in the game. Or no, he was not the injured man anyway. Was 88? It was
80.
Yeah, Josiah.
yeah. 12 man. Good eye, coach. The Tritons with 2 mistakes this drive on defense, coach.
Yeah.
How do you set it straight? How do you get their mind out of it?
Well, there's an old-fashioned way to do it, and there's a nice way to do it. I choose the old-fashioned way. I'll just let it be said by that. Yeah.
All right, 1st and 5 here on the 35. On
Once
the Triton
again,
side.
shotgun, two flank receivers each way. We call it doubles.
Back to pass, looking long. No, looking for that deep curl route. Oh, through the hands and
Yep.
almost intercepted.
Their outside receivers ran an up, and then they ran out with their inside receivers, and we had guys close on him. He was open, kind of went through his hands. I was hoping to go through his hands into our guy and go for a touchdown down the sideline, but it didn't quite work out.
It was close.
2nd and 5 now. That it was a 5-yard penalty with illegal substitution, having 12 on the field. That's why it's 2nd and 5. Once again, doubles formation, 2 flank receivers each side.
They're pretty comfortable in this.
Yes, they
set.
are. Yeah, they like this one. Running back to offensive right, our defensive left. Coached in that 3-man front.
3-4 look on defense with a shell safety.
Yep, four deep shell, 2 corner.
And a quick
Oh, you
fire.
got it.
Intercepted.
There we go.
He's
Come
got
on.
speed. Here comes Williams. He's awfully quick. Kadarius Williams down the sideline. And
Whoa,
somehow
so
caught.
great. What a great play.
Kadarius Williams jumped around and got the INT for another Triton forced turnover.
Man, I tell you what, this is crazy. That was a big-time play. Our defense has done, about a great effort. I mean, overcoming penalties, overcoming turnovers. Now we've got the ball on, I think, where? They're
25-ish, around there.
I think 28. I think they're spot at 28-yard line. We need to get one in the barn here. Hey,
Huge shot of momentum. Tritons needed that.
they sure did. That was tremendous.
All
I
right.
tell you what, I credit their quarterback. A lot of quarterbacks would pout, hang their head, sulk after throwing the interception. He chased. He pursued well and made a good play. Otherwise, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's
Now
right.
we've got to go earn this thing. We got to get one in here, buddy.
Creasy and Johnson in the backfield, 2 wide to the right, 1 to the right. Terry's a tight end behind the right tackle at H-back. Play action, throw out right. It's the
Nice.
freshman, Kamari Williams, on his feet and running 10, 15 yards,
Boy.
and inside the 10 coming up.
When you throw well deep like we do, they gave us some cushion. A little hitch turned into a 15-yard gain, you know what I mean, or 20-yard gain. Just amazing. Great play in space by the receiver.
Hurry up here, Coach. Kick them while they're down. And play action again. Here comes Creasy. Dual threat. He's rolling to his right. Breaking one. Still behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing. And where's it at? Intercepted. Penalty.
Interception.
He was out of bounds, I think. Or was someone, did a receiver illegal touching maybe? I thought I saw a penalty. Hang on. Some confusion on the field.
We might have an illegal downfield.
Number 78 offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is an interception. Snowball 20-yard line.
Boy,
Interception. Snow football. Going back to the 20-yard line.
that's a backbreaker. You know, I mean, we had the big interception. They get it, and that's a tough one.
That was
Because what you want to do, he did a great job, the quarterback, of buying time, but nothing's open, and just throw it and hit the play clock. You just throw it out there, live to play another down. It was 1st and goal on the 8. What? See what our defense can do. And, Hank, I'm going to be in here for about another minute and a half. Then I got to go down and do some duties with the bowl game. But it's a pleasure to be up here with you. I want you to know that.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. It's great to always – hang on.
Look out.
Oh, my goodness. He's so good in
Yep,
that back
yep.
that too.
I'll tell you what, they try to power off tackle play to their left, our right, and it is bottled up. Similar to when he scored a touchdown, actually. He just reverses his field somehow and comes back. And we didn't lose contain, though. And a nice 5-yard gain by them. It looked like it might be more after he got out of there.
He's all-terrain. No, Coach, it's always fun hanging out with you. Thank you again for joining us for the broadcast, too.
What you add to our telecast is tremendous, and we appreciate Hank Ambrose's efforts. I don't take it for granted either. I love listening to it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Coach. We got a 2nd and 5 helmet coming off.
Once again, heck of a job by that
2 helmets.
right side of the
No
defensive line linebackers. Great job.
Now, that really stings because they are down their right tackle, and I have heard that he is their best offensive lineman, and now another tackle going to come out of the game.
He'll be out one play with the helmet coming off.
Yep.
Big play here, 3rd and 5. Boy, if we can make him punt the ball, we'll get, pretty good field position here, Hank.
And they took their tight end out, who's helped them out blocking-wise, so I'm thinking they're wanting speed
They've
here.
gone this doubles here, doubles formation, 2 flank receivers each side, running back.
2 minutes ago, over the middle of the field, post route caught.
Same route they ran. Is a little deeper. Yeah, it was a post route. And beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Complete that 3rd and 5.
In breaking and enough to pick up a first down and close to the 50-yard line.
This will be the 2-minute timeout, I think.
Oh, you're right, Coach.
2-minute timeout.
Yep.
All right, 2-minute timeout. 14-10 is the score.
Well, Hank, before I head back down to the turf and do the job I was supposed to do earlier today, it's a pleasure working with you, and you do a great job for us, and we don't take it for granted, okay? And I want you to know that. And Rusty and his crew, and so I publicly want to thank Dr. Ulrich, and he is a tremendous leader of our school. He does an unbelievable job supporting academics and athletics, and those both are vital to be a vibrant college, And then a guy that is kind of behind the scenes that makes a lot of things go athletically is Tom Beneke, our vice president for enrollment management. Tom is unbelievable. I mean, he was a coach himself at one time. He moved into an administrative role, got out of the coaching, but he never forgot what it takes. And our program wouldn't be here without him. And we're always one of the top, if not the finest athletic program in the country, junior college, top 2 or 3 every year. Mm-hmm. And because of his efforts and Dr. Ulrich and the Board of Trustees leadership. But Coach Montalto and the boys are going to stop him here. We're going to go ahead at half and have a great second half. So I'm going to leave you alone, buddy. Okay.
Sounds
great
good,
to
Coach.
see you. Thanks for what
Good
you do,
to see
Hank.
you, too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Coach Twait joining us in the broadcast today, former head coach and athletic director with the Iowa Central Community College. Thank you, Coach. And getting you back to this action here. We got some more action down below with some whistles and commotion. Another helmet came off, I saw, but they're going to keep it going. 2nd and 10, let's wait on this play here. I'll tell you more of what's coming up in this broadcast in just a little bit. Shotgun, bunched, doubles on each side. Back to pass, they're looking long. They got one over the middle, one out, flankered right, and that's who they're going to hit right down in the flats. Here comes a man on the tackle, and plenty are there to force him out of bounds with a minute and about a half remaining in this first half. And yes, this is Hank Ambrose with you. And coming up in this broadcast in the second half, ICCAC Commissioner Tom McDonald joining us, but also current athletic director Guy Horn going to be joining us in the broadcast to talk Iowa Central athletics as well as ICCAC athletics. Okay, back to the gun here. Trips lined out to the left, one spread to the right. 4 on the defensive line. They're sending 6. This is a blitz. Quarterback broke free in open lane, still on his feet and running off to the races. He broke free. Did not expect this. This came out of nowhere. Tritons weren't quite ready for it either and forced out of bounds with about a minute to go in this second quarter. Wow. This speed came out of nowhere. Jace Welsh on the play. He goes 43 yards down the sideline. I was thinking maybe some concerns for Snow College starting their secondary quarterback today, but he's played mighty fine. I know he's given up a couple balls, but he's got a lot of speed. You got to watch out for him. Big play there, almost scored 6. Tritons looking to stop him back out on defense on the 8-yard line. Still running on his feet, lunging forward. The second and third effort is enough. That should be a Snow College touchdown. And yes, the arms go up. It's 6 and the lead back for the Badgers. Wow. In my 6 years, I think, of calling game 1 bowl action, this may be the closest affair yet. At 16-14 with the PAT coming up and a minute remaining in the first half, chills up and down my spine. And I'm sure you're the same at home and in the stands. Shout out to the sport that have been able to make it out here today at the Unidome in Cedar Falls. By the way, it was Q Villa who had the 8-yard rushing touchdown, and the PAT is good. 17-14. 17-14 is the score now. Snow College has the lead. And while we have you in this first half still, I'd like to thank those that make the Game 1 Bowl happen. Casey's General Store, Hy-Vee, Schedule Opt, Cedar Falls Tourism. Thank you for allowing us to continue the tradition of the longest lasting Game 1 Bowl in history, dating back to 1978. It's the longest lasting annual football game in state history. 1978, which was the first full year the Unidome opened. A lot of legends of Iowa football, UNI football, brought it back there. One of the people that I think of most is Terry Allen. Those may remember some of his kids both playing tight end for UNI and Iowa State football. Terry was the first quarterback to ever play under the Unidome. He later became an offensive assistant, an offensive coordinator, and a longtime UNI Panther head football coach under the dome here in Cedar Falls. Another big hit on this kickoff return. These boys are headhunting. They are not headhunting, but rather looking to get downfield quick and fast as possible. (17-14) with 1 minute to go. By the time we get to your halftime, we'll be taking a short break, and then I'll be giving you the numbers of the first half and what to expect in the second half, including providing you with more details on what else is to come. Trey Taylor's back in at quarterback. He'll throw a deep comeback route. Kamari Williams on the catch, going for 12 or 13 yards. 1st and 10 on the 40 coming up here. Now, Iowa Central, they have 2 timeouts remaining. So does Snow College. They're down to 45 seconds on the game clock. Our game clock is a little in front of them, a little quick. Kamari Williams sprinting down the sideline after this curl route, breaking 1 tackle and more. Pace and precision on that last attempt. So 35 on the game clock. Again, our clock is a little bit off on our scoreboard. Down to 28. Time is still rolling. In the gun, 2 on each side. 3 linebackers, sending 3. Back to pass. Here's Trey Taylor stepping up, pointing, and taking off on his feet to his juking 2. Then 1 came from behind to make the tackle, in which Coach Montalto will take a timeout. The Tritons are set up 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line, looking to score another touchdown and maybe even get the lead back before the end of the half. And as Coach Dwyer was saying earlier, Coach Montalto is thinking 6 instead of 3, but we're getting pretty close here towards the end of the first half. There are 15 seconds remaining on the game clock. I know our scoreboard just a few seconds off. Other than that, the Tritons have an opportunity right at the end of this first to take the lead once more. Quite incredible. And while the boys take a break from down below, I'd like to share with you your Iowa Central Triton coaching staff for the Game 1 Bowl end of this season. Head football coach Jesse Montalto, defensive coordinator Jeremy Conley, offensive coordinator Coach Bueller there. Running backs coach is Coach Sean Simmons. Coach Justice Clegg is the offensive line coach and co-recruiting coordinator. The tight ends coach and assistant offensive line coach is Coach Blomberg. Coach O is a defensive line coach, new this year, also with Coach Finley, who's new this year as a defensive backs coach, and the assistant defensive backs coach is Coach Haskins. All coordinators on the defensive side, besides Coach Conley, are new this season, and they've done a great job. 1st and 10, ball on the 21-yard line. Back to the gun. 2 on each side. And now they'll send Chandler into the slot. He's a primary wide receiver lined up at tailback. Back to pass. Oh, Taylor's going to be brought down for the sack. Huge play for Snow College. And a quick timeout because they had just 1 remaining. That should be their final timeout. That is their 3rd and final timeout, stopping the game with 8 seconds remaining in the first half. Iowa Central with 2 accurate kickers, with the ball currently at the 26-yard line. You can expect this would be in the realm of, probably around 40 yards or a high 30. Adding the 10 yards to the back of the end zone. I don't know. What do you do here? Try to go back and see the longest field goals of the season for Iowa Central. Try to get that quick for you. Let's see what they come out in first. Trejo's longest of the season is 37, which is about where that would put us. And as far as our other kicker, I don't believe he's taken one this season. I know he came in and started for Iowa Central in the last game, but I don't think we took one with him from last week. Okay, here we go. 17-14. I could be wrong on that. And instead of 8 seconds, they'll put 10 seconds on the clock. We got a timeout for Snow College. Am I going to be able to take a Well, Deep waters here for Iowa Central, down by 3, 10 seconds to go. No timeouts remaining for them. The Badgers just used one. They will have one remaining, so I don't know. You could maybe try 2 shots to the end zone. You got first down. I don't know. There is a variety of things you can do, but this is kind of an awkward spot here on the 26-yard line in opponent territory. Maybe a fire out of bounds, set you up inside the 5-yard line or so. They got 1 deep safety. Instead, 2 going to come out now. 4 on the defensive line from Snow College. They got a sack a moment ago from the gun. Trips left, 1 right. Back to pass. It's Trey Taylor, quarterback. He's rolling to his right, looking for that out of bounds, and he had to get out of bounds. Couldn't have taken that tackle in between the planes of the green turf because the clock would have rolled down and that would have been it. Now Anderson Trejo will come onto the field where the Tritons currently stand on about the 24-yard line. Purdy's going to place it at the 31. So this would be a 41-yard field goal. This would be Trejo's longest field goal of the season with 5 seconds remaining in the first half. Anderson Trejo coming back from injury. Huge moment here. And a timeout going to be called. I think you saw that coming. Icing the kicker is pretty natural at this stage in the game. From all of the football that we watch all year long, yeah, I think anyone could have called that. Trejo will get a chance to tie. Again, his longest field goal of the season is 37 yards. Now, they were not having him take the kickoff duties earlier. I need to find. As we await. Here we are. Ernest Goodwin is the backup kicker who's been taking the kickoff duties. But it is Trejo out there. Purdy is the holder on the 31. This is a 41-yard field goal. Again, huge moment here for Iowa Central to tie the game heading into half. Snap is down, place is good, the kick is up, it's got the distance, and it has the accuracy, the longest field goal of the season for Anderson Trejo. Clutch at the end of the first half. Zeros on the clock. We're at 17 heading into halftime. And I do see there's a flag on the field. Hang on, let's wait for this announcement here. Let's just wait. This may be enforced on the kickoff in the second half. Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. No kidding. And I had my eye on the ball while Trejo was kicking that. So to make that kick with roughing on the kicker is even more impressive. Shout out Trejo. Well, that's halftime. We are tied at 17. And again, I'd like to remind you that current athletic director Guy Horn will be joining us in the second half in the play-by-play. We'll talk about Iowa Central athletics, but also ICC AC commissioner. The commissioner is going to be joining us in the second half as well. That is Tom McDonald. As the boys in blue get back to their locker rooms to talk strategy into the second half, you can also anticipate Snow College receiving the second half kickoff. For now, we will be taking a break, and I'll be sharing with you some of the stats of the first half. So stay with us for the Game 1 Bowl and your Trite Nation sports coverage. I'm Hank Ambrose. See you at the end of halftime.
At Jensen Builders, our goal is to walk alongside you to make your dreams come true. We are a full-service design-build contractor serving Iowa. We employ over 200 highly skilled individuals, and we want you to join us. Great pay, benefits, 401k matching, vacation, and company perks. Our company environment reflects our family values. We'd be proud to have you join this family. JensenBuildersLTD.com.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
For trusted work on your next project, choose Rash Construction, a third-generation family-owned company. Rash Construction has been proudly serving Fort Dodge and surrounding areas for 70 years. We specialize in excavation and grading, site utilities, site planning and development, and GPS grade control. From private and public projects to larger-scale commercial projects, we have the knowledge, experience, and technology to get the job done right. Rash Construction. Safety first, last, and always.
Fielder. Triton Nation, welcome to your halftime report. Hank Ambrose with your commissioner of the ICCAC, Tom McDonald, joining us in the broadcast. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a great day to be inside.
Yeah.
Great day to watch football inside.
I think Snow College brought the snow with them. That's what I said
I've
earlier.
heard that a few times outside. We were doing some shoveling when we first got here.
Yeah.
and putting some ice melt stuff down. But I was just looking across I think it's a soccer field across the way, and I was just thinking we could be playing outside right now. And I was just thinking it'd still be fun.
Well, the roads, they're somewhat still questionable, but we are so grateful to have you join us in the broadcast on Triton Nation Sports Network today. And we've got a great Game 1 Bowl. This is one of the better Game 1 Bowls in recent memory.
Well, there are two teams that are playing. I mean, they're both playing really hard. You can tell that. Maybe a little rusty at the beginning, but you can tell their execution maybe just a little bit off, decision making a little bit. Some of the passes they could have just taken off and run. But I love watching these guys play because it's an opportunity. Right now there's only 4 teams in the whole country still playing college football in NJCA 2 year. You know, there's Iowa Western and Hutch, and then these two guys here. 2 of them are playing for the national championship, Game 1 bowl game. So
my Tritons as an alumni, of course, but they make the national championship for the 5th time now this year. And in a rematch against Hutchinson this year, that's going to be on Wednesday the 17th.
It'll be a heck of a game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's every time they play. I think this year was a 3-point game when they played in the regular season. I think that they've got a definite love-hate relationship. Just because if you played that many times, plus you play in the regular season and then you play in the national championship, a lot of respect for each other. But it'll be a hard-fought game. It'll be a great game to watch.
And they're both very close in each of their scoring too. So I would like to talk a little bit about the first half, but then I'd like to continue our talk on the ICCAC. So from the first half, I do have some leaders. Their star linebacker going to the next level, who will be playing at Utah next year. Tayson Reed, he's your leader on the snow side in total tackles with 6 so far. That was to be expected. He's actually ranked currently at number 21 in the nation in total tackles. Our leading tackler on our side is a mix between Mason Chandler, who's number 7 in the nation with 4, Jaden Turner with 4, and then we have 2 number 24s. I believe that might be Joey Evans. Regardless, we've got a lot of star players that are getting in there with the tackles today. As you previously mentioned, a very aggressive game early on here, and I expect that in the second half too.
Well, they didn't come here just to play.
No.
You know, it's snow, and they're we went when it came about having a bowl game and having a one game, and because the Iowa Western's playing in the national tournament in the playoffs, but really we went after snow for the reason of just they're really good people to work with and get into this situation and play. They play extremely hard. They represent the NJCAA well. They represent their school well. So we knew it was going to be a really good game, even though after our banquet last night, I think they felt like they had a disappointing season where they ended up, even though I think they were 6-4. I think they thought that they had a chance to be really, really successful and really, really close to the playoffs. So, and this is kind of their Waterloo a little bit, where they're going to play and they're going to try to end their year, I think, with a 3-game winning streak already, and this would be the 4th. So I anticipate a really good second half.
Of course, and I do too, and maybe some vengeance from 2 seasons ago in the previous Game 1 Bowl, which went heavily in favor of Iowa Central after Snow College was ranked at 5. So
right.
I think that stings.
Yeah, I think they came here with a vision, a really good strategy, and also a redemption. You know, sometimes and I think it goes to the same thing we talked about before, is maybe they didn't end the season. I think they ended the season like they thought they were going to, but I think they struggled at the beginning, and they played some really good teams. You know, like I look at Iowa Central. I mean, we're like the SEC of junior college football, playing all the Kansas schools, playing Iowa Western, playing Iowa Central, playing Ellsworth, and then all the schools in Kansas. I mean, it's every day. You can't just show up and think you're going to skate through a game. I mean, it's really competitive, and then the travel. But if you can win a game on the road, that's a big one right there.
I love that you brought this up because I have the top 15 in the final rankings in front of me, and these are all opponents that Snow College and Iowa Central shared this year. I mean, it's quite remarkable. Snow College ranked at 14, Iowa Central ranked at 10 heading into today. But from these past 2 seasons, we've seen Hines College, we've seen Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, Trinity Valley Community College, former Game 1 Bowl opponent of Iowa Central, but also East Mississippi, Butler Community College, that closed the regular season for Iowa Central. Also saw Coffeyville Iowa Central also, of course, saw the top 2 teams, and so did Snow College, Hutchinson Community College, and Iowa Western. So you're dead on with the SEC, but sharing that with the ICCAC and the KJCCC.
Yeah,
that's a mouthful.
Well done, well done. But I think it's good for us. It's good for our student athletes. It's good for the two different regions. A lot of it's just it seems like the red zone is it's eluding them a little bit, but it's going to be a great second half. And Coach does a great job of preparing them. Both Coach Erickson and Coach Montalto do a great job of preparing, and then see who executes the best down the stretch.
Yes, and we were talking about it earlier. Wouldn't it be a better place than the Unidome to have the Game 1 Bowl, especially with the weather? We're so grateful to have Game 1 as our headlining sponsor for this bowl game. The longest active football game in Iowa, going back to 1978, the year of the first year the Unidome opened, and it's been going on ever since. And Iowa Central have seen a lot of bowl games under the Game 1.
Well, last night in the banquet, I said that, it was Graphic Edge, it was the Cola, RC Cola Bowl, Pepsi Bowl, you name it. It's been a lot of different ones. But the John Reglan, who owned Graphic Edge and then sold it to Game 1, this is really his thing. One time we were sitting, he and I were standing about on the 20-yard line on to keep this thing going, and I said, it comes down to really one thing, financially. And he goes, whatever you ever need, I'll do. And really, the story I always tell is this. One time the NJCA sent us the trophy, and it was broken and it was destroyed.
Oh.
And so I called John. I said, hey, and he goes, I got a friend who's a, awards, medals, company. And he goes, let me call him. He calls him. He gets the tools. He gets the piece, drives to Cedar Falls, fixes the trophy, goes to the banquet, goes to the game. But that's the kind of person he is. And it's kind of a motto, like our conference office. We just try to do whatever we can do, the right thing to do, and make sure that whatever we say we're going to do, it gets done at 100% or as close as we can. But that's John Reglan, just because of, what he thinks about junior college and Iowa Central and our whole conference. He's one of the best people ever been around, and he's really kind of solidified this event being what it is for so long.
And I think the ICCAC, at its core, is all about helping each other out and building on each other. You see so much development from the players' personnel, the coaching staff, on to the next. You see so many take that next step. So many are developed through the conference. This one specifically. Look at Wheatgen with the Iowa Hawkeyes. He came from Iowa Western. Perrion Winfrey, a former second-round pick in the NFL draft. He played at Iowa Western, another one there. Multiple Iowa Central Tritons were drafted from this previous NFL draft. And I know we're just talking about football right now with the Game 1 Bowl going on, but also one of my favorite athletes I've gotten to cover with Iowa Central, John Klein, a former pitcher who just got called up to the Minnesota Twins. Just a star who had a few things he needed to work on heading into Iowa Central, but boy, did he, under the coaching staff and personnel, got all those things put together. And I couldn't I couldn't say, hey, check out the ICCAC more specific development in sports, because they bring so much out of the best athletes across the nation.
Comes down to one word: opportunity. Our coaches do a great job, like you talked about, at skill development, and skill development as a person and as a student and as an athlete. And I mean, you're talking about success stories. I mean, that's what kind of motivates us all the time is, and we're involved with the NJCAA, Men's Basketball Coaches Association. We get to see some of those players that go on and become the Hall of Fame guys. I mean, just like the microwave at the Detroit Pistons, and I mean, you could go on of guys that played in 2-year college basketball and then go on to the NBA or coach. I mean, look at some of the coaches right now. Chris Beard. I mean, I could go on and on. Chris Jans. I mean, just think of this right now. Just take Kirkwood Community College. All right, Chris Jans, Mississippi State. Greg Heyer was at New Mexico State. You got Brian Peterson at South Dakota State, and then I'm trying to think of the guys that have all. That's one school, that are now are Division I head coaches in the NCAA. So I mean, and I think our conference is so competitive in every sport that it only prepares them. I always say this: if you can coach 2-year college basketball or any other sport, you can coach anywhere at any level, because you're doing everything. You're washing uniforms, you're driving the bus, your academics, you're talking about financial aid. And you're coaching the team, and you're dealing with young men or women that need you. And if you can communicate in this day and age right now that we're in, where you're trying to retain your team or recruit your team all year round, even though when they're on your team, you better be a really good communicator and somebody that they trust, because they're already probably looking to go someplace else. And it's just a different game. It's a different atmosphere that these young men and women are going into right now.
Yes, it is. And what better time to be a sports fan, especially with our conference, with football starting to come to an end. Volleyball got to an end a couple weeks ago. Same with soccer and all these other sports we had going on in the fall. But as we get into winter, we see basketball and wrestling pick up. And as an Iowa born and raised guy myself, I love wrestling, of course. But basketball, especially for the Iowa Central Tritons, have been off to a super red-hot start.
Well, you can go on and let's just go back a couple steps. Your cross-country team excelled.
Yeah.
D. Brown and the whole staff. You can talk about volleyball, great year. And then you go in, now we talk about basketball, and your new coach on the women's side has done a really good job of kind of getting it back and building the foundation. The men's side is absolutely a gauntlet of competitive teams. I mean, we got the number 1 team in the country right now in Ellsworth, and then you got DMAC. You've got, and I'm going to miss probably somebody. You got DMAC, you got Iowa Central right there. You've got Iowa Western that's, I think, undefeated. And even the teams that are below them are really good, but you have to play such tough teams every single night. Nyack is really good. Kirkwood, the team that won the national championship last year, just got beat yesterday 68-67 by the new team in our conference, Central Nebraska. So, I mean, it's impossible. You better be at 100 or as close as you can, or you just won't make it. You won't survive some of those games. And then going on the roads, it's almost impossible. I think yesterday was 79-77 or 70 against Iowa Lakes for Iowa Central. I mean, so close games everywhere. I know it was a 2-point game. So in our women's side's competitive too. I mean, you got Kirkwood and then Nyack and Iowa Western, and Iowa Central's right there. Iowa Lakes is off to a really good start. And then on the wrestling side, I think we got number 1 and Iowa Central's number 3, I think. So if you compete in wrestling in Iowa, you're usually in the top 25. Yep. So we're really fortunate. We have a big meeting coming up. They're talking about in wrestling and maybe doing some new districting type things and see how that would affect us. But we're a really good place, and we're really fortunate. And before you know it, we're going to be gone for the break, and then we're back, and then you start thinking about all the outdoor sports if the snow ever leaves. But and that's, our teams are so competitive there in baseball and softball that it'd be a great spring. It'll be here before we know it. I can't believe how fast this year's gone.
And I'd also like to shout out the arts, too, which have been so impressive. The Triton Marching Band and the Dance and Cheer Squad have been competing and in a variety of competitions. And I see them claim top prizes all the time. And they're here cheering on the Iowa Central Tritons today, and they are loud and proud cheering them on. Love to see them bring them out at the beginning of the contest.
Well, I look at it the same thing. As I travel around, and some schools are really getting into the cheerleading and dance teams, competitive cheerleading and all. I mean, my daughter was a cheerleader. She was a cheerleader for the Denver Broncos. So I've been through the dance dad for 25 years, it feels like. But it's the accomplishments of those student athletes is it just as great as the young men and women that are on the court and on the fields of play.
And the guys, to let you know, as you can see on your screen, starting to take the field again for your second half warm-ups. It is 17-17, and we'll have the third quarter underway in just a little bit. Snow College is receiving the second half kickoff. Commissioner Tom McDonald has joined us in the broadcast thus far. I'm Hank Ambrose with your play-by-play coverage today. If you have any Iowa Central Triton home athletic coverage you'd like to see again, maybe you missed out on a key basketball game in Hodges Fieldhouse, we got it for you. Just go back in time on our YouTube channel. Don't leave right now, of course. I'm saying later after the Game 1 Bowl comes to an end. But you can go back years and years and hear my voice among other former Triton voices on there, too. Always fun covering ICCAC sports. Got to ask you, Commissioner, did you check out any of the viral photos from the cross-country meet? Those were crazy. I mean, talk about snowfall that day. Wow. I was in Fort Dodge.
I got so many calls and text messages. Where are we at? Is this the North Pole? Is this Alaska? Is this the North? I mean, anyway, yeah, those were some awesome photos, though, for the student athletes competing in the success of our Iowa Central and Iowa Western and right on down the board. So it was a great event to watch, I'll tell you that.
And as we go, kickoff is underway, and oh goodness, headed for out of bounds. We'll have a penalty, extra yards coming in for Snow College. Snow College in the white, Tritons in the navy tops and baby blue bottoms with white helmets. Well, Commissioner, you have been watching this game. What is your take? What do you think Iowa Central needs to do in this second half, and maybe some Snow College? What do you expect to see in this second half?
That is a terrible question to ask me.
Oh,
I just hope that Iowa Central wins, and it's a great game and no issues. But I would just say that I think some of those times when those quarterbacks roll out, just go, take off, because it looks like they're wide open to just take off and finish a great play. But they've got different thoughts, different vision, and all those things. But I think it's gonna go down to that last couple drives. Just because I think you've got a team that's both teams, but I think Snow is in that redemption and also just trying to show how good they really are. So, but you kind of hit on it. This isn't their starters in some of their key positions because of injuries, but you could say that in every sport and every team. I mean, at this point in the season, there's nobody that's at 100%. Did they enforce the penalty from the first half too?
Oh, that's right. That's what they were going over from the PA. So with that said, Snow College will officially start on the 25-yard line, going from right to left on your video monitor here. Let's check out this first play here. First play, clobbed at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of one. I think second and long coming up. While we have you, I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsors of the broadcast, including Gunderson Funeral and Cremation Care, Jensen Builders, Mark's Auto Mart, Rash Construction, and Jane Electric for allowing us to bring you today's coverage and all of the football coverage from this season. And also thank you so much to our wonderful Game 1 Bowl sponsors allowing this contest to take place. Casey's General Store, Hy-Vee, Schedule Opt, and Cedar Falls Tourism, as well as Game 1.
I would say this, that Coach Montalto always seems to kind of get the troops straight and narrow, ready to go, prepared for the second half. He always seems to have a really good grasp, pulse of the team and putting them in a position to win.
He's a very smart offensive mind, and I have a lot of trust in defensive coordinator Jeremy Conley, who Coach Twait was telling us has been with Iowa Central 28 years now. This is 28th season. Grateful to have his long tenure. What a great throw to get to the second down right over the middle of the field. That's the third time that number 3 has ran that same post route and has somehow came away with it. It has shocked me that they've been able to get that off, but they have, again, put it only to where he could go up and grab it.
He's had some really good catches in traffic.
So here, that's Mikel Pavia. And Pavia is their leader in receiving touchdowns. I think he's number 28 in the nation. He's kind of in that realm with Jacob Kanya of Iowa Central and also Kamari Williams of Iowa Central. They all kind of land in that 25 to 35-ish range. Well, after the first down, a pickup of just 2, 2nd and 8 coming up for Snow College. Iowa Central on defense, showing 3 on the defensive line here. Back to that shell coverage. Safeties and defensive backs showing some zone and anticipating the run. Nice boom.
That was quite the hit right there. Stopped him in his tracks. I think he lost maybe 2 yards.
You brought up some of their starters are out, and one of them is their right tackle. That's where they ran it to. And I know their right tackle is going to the next level. The backup not able to serve justice there. I'll keep it about the same down and distance at 3rd and 8 coming up.
This would be a big play just to kind of stop the momentum a little bit. Get the ball back.
Sending 3 here, play action pass. Got a shallow route over the middle. Some at the first down marker, comeback route. No, instead they go shallow, and it's out of bounds right away. Well, in that opportunity, you don't have a lot to go for after the catch, and flags are thrown. We're going to wait. There are 2 flags thrown. I don't know if it'll be on the same one or not. Now, that first half, there was a couple unsportsmanlike calls, and I think this is a rivalry that is heating up more and more as the quarter goes along.
It'll be interesting to see what the call was.
We're still waiting. They're still discussing. I wonder if it looks like maybe they've came to agreement here. Legal touching.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a big play right there.
So a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. So give that to the Iowa Central Tritons special team to gain a little extra yardage on the play. Now here comes the punting unit. At first they were like, maybe we'll stay out there and try to draw them off sides. We've seen that a couple times tonight. Today, that is. We're not at tonight yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's Kadarius Williams standing back at the Iowa Central 25-yard line. Had an interception earlier today, and he's returned a handful. Super fast here. 4th and 12 from the Snow 38. The kick is off. Mike Lane almost got his hand on it, waving it off and making the fair catch at about the 22-yard line where Iowa Central will take over. It remains 17-17. The defense holds strong. Iowa Central will take the field. And the first look on offense for Iowa Central, who has so many playmakers, they're going to come out with DeMarcus Creasy and Ethan Johnson in the backfield. Iowa Central has shown 3 quarterbacks today.
Which is normal.
Yes. Yeah, that's nothing new. That's not because anybody is struggling. That's just how things roll because we're so deep. And by the way, that's also been going for a couple of years now. And it is Ethan Johnson at tailback. Also, I see Kamari Williams spread out to the right. Terry's at that H-back slot there to the left. And also Chandler's in the slot and another receiver left, Dalen. Here's a nice tackle in the backfield. 27 got there right away. They blitzed us. They've done a good job doing that today. Getting away from our sled dogs up front. That's what offensive line coach Justice Clegg calls them, and that they are. All right, 2nd and 11 now. Looks like a 4-3 look on defense. Doubles on each side from the gun. Firing long.
Oh, what a ooh.
Oh, had to reach behind him. Now, I do like that throw there. It was heavily contested there, but he put it in a spot that only Chandler could try to grab it, which was a little behind the man. I think that was the right idea, just couldn't fully connect. Little out of reach, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Kind of that back shoulder. Only
That's right.
You can get to it.
That is right. So Creasy will stay in at quarterback on this 3rd down. Same formation, a play ago. They're crowding the box with 6. This may be blitz. Yep, they send 5.
Go.
Creasy steps up. Maybe he maybe a late decision to go. I like the call, though, Commissioner. Just maybe short of the 1st down. He's so close. I know Creasy wants it. And Talto is saying, bring the punt unit out.
Yeah, it's tough when it's on the 31 or a little short of it, but that's I think that's it. Those defensive backs and the defensive coverage, they're just running with them. Just take off because I don't think they have good vision of the quarterback. I think you can get some pretty good yardage that way.
It's too hard to guard the talented receivers of Iowa Central, but also the quarterbacks with the speed. And now keep an eye out on our punter here. He is one of our quarterbacks. He will punt it, but I know that they've drawn up some fakes in the past. The punt going all the way back to the 25-yard line, swarmed down, able to avoid 3, and going out of bounds, ending the play at nearing the 30-yard line. Similar start to the first half.
That's a great thing to have your punter be a quarterback, the backup quarterback.
Right?
You don't have to look weird when it's a fake. You know it's a fake. You just never know.
Yeah. And even without Purdy, another one of our punters we use, because even we use a committee of punters, is our star receiver, Jacob Kanya, who I know he's a little bit banged up today. I have not seen him taking the field. I know they've wanted for him to take the field back in the second half. I've yet to see him. If he does return, we'll let you know. Also have not seen a clear return on our defensive lineman, the number 88, Josiah. If he does return, we will let you know. Handing off, going outside. Oh, that's blown up. No way. Ahmad Guerrero was there first to lay the hit stick. Can't work around him. Well, we're tied at 17. And I think what I'll say is bend, don't break, which I know is easier said than done, but Iowa Central's done a great job at doing it so far. 4 lead changes in this game thus far.
I know it's cliche, but the team that turns it over in this one may end up getting beat. You know what I mean? Just because of the style and the pace of the game, one turnover may just break it open.
Back to pass, looking long towards the corner.
I think he's out of bounds.
So close, though.
The old NFL rules, the force out.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have been counted as a catch.
It looked pretty, but not enough. I know their coaching staff is right there in the very front row, VIP suite, to say, no, that was in, but no, they're not going to get away with that. 3rd and 14 to go on their own 18-yard line. They've got some deep balls to go. I believe they're just shy of 100 total passing yards.
I'd be looking for number, I think, 3. Was it 3 their best? Oh, my.
A deep curl route, comeback route, something of that nature, stopping right at the first down marker. I don't know. I think his heels were on the first down marker. I don't think they're going to give it to him. 4th and
back
inches.
Just fell down right on as he's making his break. He slipped. They're going for it.
Putting in some substitutions here. Well, that one thing, to note is this field is very different than the fields they've seen this year. A lot of these guys are wearing like sub tennis shoes for the first time this football season as opposed to regular cleats or maybe a hybrid. Oh, hang on. Off to the races early. No, you can't do that.
Was that CFL? Canadian Football League? Or
Yeah.
was that USFL? They can take off as long as they don't cross. Oh, it's indoor arena football.
Yeah.
They can take off as long as they don't cross. That's what they look like there. Just took off, and that changed their strategy. Now they're punting.
That's what Hall of Famer Kurt Warner was a big fan of, who played in the Unidome even.
Hy-Vee.
So there you go. Yeah, there you go. That's right. All sorts of connections for the game one. All right, here's the punt, which brought them back to about their own 30. And they'll send it down a little past the Triton 30. Instead, it's going to the 23-yard line for Iowa Central. Well, back-to-back punts here for the offenses for Snow, and Iowa Central punted a drive ago. Hopefully they don't do the same here. Hope to get things going.
Same quarterback as then?
Yes. And also same tailback. I don't see any other switches. 3 to the right. Now, one of those 3 is our tight end, Terry, who I expect to go in motion here. Yep, there he goes. He'll stay on the strong side, though, awaiting for a block. And Creasy will take off. There you go, Commissioner. You called it right. Just take off, and Creasy does just that. He lunges forward. He breaks one tackle, spins out of another, and is tackled at about the 45-yard line.
I don't know what to say. But I would say this, that strategy-wise, you nailed it. Iowa Central's receivers are really talented. And you got to pick your poison. What are you going to go with? And they're trying to stop them.
Back to pass again. Creasy scrambling. He might tuck and run this one, too. Yeah, he will. He's going to make a man miss. Spin move. Wow.
He's going to end up being the leading rusher in the game.
I think so. Now, at halftime, he was second on the team in rushing yards. The only one in front of him was Trey Taylor, another quarterback for Iowa Central. So it's just ridiculous. Sometimes I do get a little confused between the two because it's like, oh, they switched them out when I didn't even recognize them, and fresh legs coming in. It's a strategy all the time.
Well,
Montalto's always 2 steps ahead.
Well, they all have their own skill set. But the running game, I think the offensive line is starting to take advantage of, rise to the occasion a little bit too.
Ethan Johnson moves the chains after he gets involved in the rushing attack. Switching sides, too, headed to the 38-yard line over on the Snow College side. And, we got some action early. Yeah, you see the big boys up front. They're not too sneaky with it. They're going to get called for that. You're going to see them move. You can't miss in. Yeah. Maybe you can miss a step from Chandler lined up in the slot, though. But no, not one of the big guys.
Not even they drew sideways. Doesn't help. Doesn't help.
So it is a neutral zone. Good eye from the officials there, right on the sideline. That'll go against the defense. 1st and 5. We knew one of them was moving. Well, they're moving the ball here, but got to execute, got to finish. We're at 7 minutes and about 15 seconds remaining in this third quarter. It's gone by quick. Iowa Central looking to take their lead back. That clutch kick at the end of the first half was the longest of Anderson Trejo's Iowa Central career at 41 yards. Handoff, Ethan Johnson. He's got a blocker and room to run. Here we go, 15 down to 23 yards on the carry, headed for the near 15-yard line and out of bounds. Johnson is eating them up.
They have not passed this drive, am I correct? Everyone's
no.
Run?
You're right. Now, they have dropped back to pass, but no, they have not thrown the ball. Whether that was designed or not, it's worked well.
Now the receivers are the decoy.
All right, well, here we go. Terry, an extra man at H-back. Lead blocker, that's Terry. Laying down the hammer, but not enough this time. They do a good job at breaking down the edge, wrapping around, and getting Johnson down, too. Gain of just 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up. Shout out to the stats guys of the ICCAC, by the way. They're here and in person, and they got the live stats going right now. You can find them at ICCAC on the website and also at snowbadgers.com. Under the schedule, you'll find live stats. We're keeping up to date in the play-by-play with just that. Creasy, Johnson, handoff. That was all power. I think he made that hole himself. We should be seeing a 3rd down coming up. Some extra recess. No flags. That's good. Jaden Wright was the one who made the tackle. And we have a third manageable, 3rd and 2 to go. Ball on the 9-yard line. Chandler's in the slot. Williams far to the right. Houston to the left. They're back to the gun here. Play action pass, rolling out left, having to stop and change direction. Creasy, so fast. Can't stop him. Moving forward. Boy, did he get the first down? Man, I don't know. It's kind of in a blind spot for us. We can't see it all too well. I'm going to wait for the line judge to make the call here before I say anything.
There's a lot of running for a 1 yard, 2 yard game.
Right?
It's 4th down.
It is 4th down. Ugh. I don't know this for sure, but I imagine that DeMarcus Creasy was a track star before.
Oop, they marked it with 1st down.
Oh, here we go. It was so close, you know. That's why I didn't want to call it too quick. Okay, 1st and goal. That's mighty for Iowa Central with 4:20 to go. 1st and goal on the 7-yard line here. Iowa Central using some clock management. They've taken 3.5 minutes off the clock this drive. Some good numbers and penalties again. What's the call here? All right. It's on the offense, but will remain the 1st down.
It was the center.
You know, you don't see that all too often with the center because he's the one that starts the play. He snaps it. So, but you know, sometimes you're just like, got so much pressure going on, thinking physically and mentally what you have to do, and you just move a little too quick. All right, here we go. Tackle him right away. Oh, is the ball out? The ball is out. We got a fumble on the play. The 2nd fumble. That's the 3rd turnover that Iowa Central has in the red zone. The 3rd turnover in the red zone. You don't want those turnovers to come back and bite you. An incredible stop by the Snow College defense.
When you get that kind of penetration, I mean, you're not prepared to be hit that quickly when you're just getting the ball in your hands. That was a great drive.
It was. Unfortunately, not going to come away with any cookies. Snow College will pick up back with 1st and 10, hoping to cross the 50-yard line. What they yet to do in this half. The defense stays strong and prevails so far in this second half with 3:48 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Back to the gun. 2 on each side, spread wide. Instead, they do draw and breaks a tackle, does not break another one. Chandler was there, 7th in the nation in tackles, and he'll add another to his tally. Now we get to a 2nd and 9 here. And, you know, here's the thing, too. Iowa Central, they have so much depth. They're going to have some more fresh legs. That's going to be the good thing, I think, in the long run. Snow College, they're working very hard, but I don't think they can match the depth of Iowa Central. They may be worn out by the time we hit that 4th quarter. Rolling right and firing long. What a great pass. Wow. This backup cat, he is impressive. I mean, he's playing probably the best game of his NJCAA career, I'd say.
I thought they were going to go back over the middle where they kind of struck a few times before, but then he was just tight-roping the sideline. Great play.
Jace Welch, quarterback, in today for Snow College. He's in for Thau. Thau has been the regular starting quarterback. Now, I know that they had a little duel off at the beginning of the season, but it's been very impressive to see Welch do what he's done today. And also their tailback, Matt Wilson, who wears the number 2 there, he's broken tackle after tackle, and he's playing for their initial leader, Seth Rigtrup, who's not in today. It's impressive. 17-17. We're nearing that 2-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter with another 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 isn't too sexy, but they make it work. They had that big play the previous 2nd and 8. Can they do something crazy again? Stretching outside, find a gap, and a hurdle, a first down and more, extra 5 yards, still bouncing and getting to the 30-yard line. That's 2nd and 8. Again, they are comfortable in that spot, in which I would think most teams would be pretty uncomfortable. So a 1st and 10 comes up for Snow College on the 31-yard line. Need a play here. Who's it going to be from? Both teams have forced multiple turnovers. Snow College stays in pistol. And we got a timeout.
This quarter's gone fast, or at least spending time with you has gone fast.
All right. Well, it's been fun. It's always good. I always look forward to chatting with you once we get to the second half mark of the Game 1 Bowl. And it's always good to talk about ICCAC in general.
I got the best job in the world.
Yeah.
Maybe second to you.
Well, I do have a whole lot of fun. I love what I do.
You do a good job. You do a great job of promoting and spotlighting our student athletes, and that's really important, and it's really appreciated. So thank you for doing that.
Well, thank you. You know, I have loved what I've done. I was a student here. I went through the TV radio program, fell in love with it right away, and I'm just grateful that I've been asked to come back every now and again. And I'd like to hope to continue to do so. I think this is my 6th year with Iowa Central and my 6th Game 1 Bowl, too. So now I know Coach Montalto, he's on to his 8th. They've been on a very impressive winning streak. 14 Game 1 Bowls in a row Iowa Central has won. And Montalto, again, he's at 8 in a row. And before Iowa Central, Montalto was with Ellsworth. And they went on a good, I think maybe a 3-game Game 1 Bowl win streak under his tenure there.
Well, he's done a really good job kind of just solidifying the program.
This is play action. I thought this was handoff maybe. Firing. He's got a quick fire. Almost picked off. Great contested effort and brought down. So another 2nd and long coming up. No, Coach Montalto is one of the first coaches that I've ever got to interview and take notes from, and he's someone that has been so inspirational and instrumental for me in my career. I know in the halftime show we were talking about what they do for these student athletes, but even the students that are unathletic like me and helping me out, and I owe a lot of everything that I do now in my full-time gig to Iowa Central and the ICCAC and the coaches and the staff and everybody, including Coach Twait, former athletic director and head football coach of the program too.
Well, I think that's what two-year colleges do, is give people, if you're an athlete or not, an opportunity to kind of find your niche, find your path, and take advantage of it.
Who will seize the opportunity today for the Game 1 Bowl as we get down to the final 20 seconds of the third quarter with a huge 3rd down and 9 on the 30-yard line on the Triton side. Their backs to the end zone. Swing pass right. It's that backup tailback again. Stumbling forward. I don't think he has a way of being pushed back. I mean, he falls forward at every touch. And it's one of our best tacklers, Chandler, who made the play. But again, he can't even get him to go back behind the line of scrimmage. Another 1st down coming up for Snow College as we end the third quarter. Wow. No telling in which and where this one will go. I know Snow College approaching the red zone usually leads to scores, but you never know today. They've got a couple turnovers in the red zone too. You know, with the Game 1 Bowl, they are a proud partner, of course, with the NJCAA and the ICCAC to bring you the Game 1 Bowl. From partnerships with teams and organizations to the work and dedication to the communities around them, they never stop striving to help take on every day, season, and competition with excitement and purpose. Game One, your first contact for all things game. Visit game-1.com to learn more about their apparel, equipment, and fan gear offerings. I know they're watching in person and also on the live stream. Got a good crowd today. A lot of sophomores playing today, and what will end up being their final NJCAA game. I know they want to go out on a strong note. Okay. Well, 15 full minutes on the clock here. Fourth quarter up. And I think also to note, Badgers, they have 2 timeouts remaining. How will that play in the long run? Iowa Central has all 3. Back to shotgun. Quarterback draw. That was drawn up for the quarterback. And the first down will bring it to 2nd and 6. Grayer is the one who makes the tackle. Grayer is one of those safeties that, well, he's even like a linebacker. Oh, and that's 88. I'm proud to report that defensive tackle, hybrid defensive end for Iowa Central returns to the contest. I know he was out earlier today. Josiah Mason checking back in. Oh, throw into the flat. Somehow caught it and somehow got away from Kadarius Williams, lunging for the end zone, the pylon. Oh, it took a second to make the call, but they do call touchdown. Snow College gets the lead back at 23-17. My goodness. That's a 16-yard touchdown pass.
First down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, hang on.
First down at the 1-yard line.
They're saying first down at the 1. First and goal. Let's not get ahead of ourselves now. I see Coach Erickson coming out on the field with his hands up. He disagrees, of course. He wants the lead back. They said they were late to call it a little bit, and then they made the call for touchdown on the field, and they switched it afterwards, after discussion. I think they're going to keep the first and goal on the 1-yard line. Hey, Snow College, they're huddled up with their coach. There's 18 seconds on the play clock, and they're still making their way to the line of scrimmage. Iowa Central has some substitutions. Oh, do we have everyone? 6, 9, 10. We might be down a man. Oh, no, I think we might be close. Here's a pitch outside for that tailback that's been so good, and he will punch it in. So previous play, touchdown or not, it doesn't matter because it is a touchdown for Snow College. That drive was long-lasting and fought tooth and nail at every single play, and Snow College will be awarded the touchdown with a PAT pending. Matt Wilson, the relief running back. He's turned some heads today, that's for sure. .1336 with the PAT good at 24-17. Wow. Well,
I need to go do some administrative things, all right? I appreciate you letting me be on.
You got it.
I appreciate everything you do for us in the conference and Iowa Central. Plus, I'm bad luck now that.
No.
So, well, I'll be rooting for him down on the field, all right?
Sounds good.
And also, here comes the legend, Kevin Twig, to finish the game for you. All
Hey,
right?
sounds good.
Thank you for having me on.
Commissioner Tom McDonald, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, Commissioner. And we look forward to next year, hopefully, and some play-by-play some more, too.
Hopefully, sun.
Yeah.
Sunny, no snow.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Hey, thanks, Commissioner.
Coach Twait will take you home. He'll bring you home to a victory. All right?
That was Commissioner Tom McDonald of the ICCAC joining us in the broadcast. 24-17 is the score. And Coach Twait going to join us back in the broadcast. My goodness, Coach. We have had a battle today.
Our turnovers are really coming back to haunt us, aren't they, Hank? You know, it's looked like we were going to go down there and take a 24-17 lead and fumble the ball. And now they go down and score. And I tell you what, you know, we're kind of some self-inflicted wounds with a few penalties and a few turnovers. And hopefully, you know, there's a lot of football left. We can get this thing going.
It is 24-17, and the kickoff to Chandler is underway. Chandler on the return, heads for out of bounds, and we have penalties again.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of penalties today.
You know, one thing you always talk to your guys about, if there's ever a doubt, will it be a clip or a block in the back on a punt return, kickoff return, or like an interception or fumble return? If there's ever a doubt, will it be a clip or a block in the back? Don't throw that block. And God darn, unfortunately, we did there.
During the return, block in the back.
Yeah, block in the back. And what you need to do is just kind of shield them with your chest, throw your arms up, and do the best you can that way. And it's hard because in the heat of the moment you want to make that great block, but you try and get through to your guys. If there's ever a doubt, don't throw that block. You just can't afford to get set back. We'll take the ball where we get it. So now we've got some work to do. Down 7, 13 and a half left, buddy, and we got, 93 yards to go, but I wouldn't count us out. Okay.
I wouldn't either. This is an offense that averages 440 – oh, sorry, Coach. That averages 440 yards per game.
Yeah.
Back to pass is DeMarcus Creasy back out of quarterback.
Here we go. He's going
the
to run.
Scrambler. There he goes again, sliding down, avoiding what could have been a dangerous hit. That was close. That'll be enough for a Triton first down, getting to the – should be. Maybe he's a yard shy. I spoke too soon. 2nd and 1 coming up for Iowa Central.
Okay. I was wrong then. I guess I thought we were on the 3 yard. That's right. We're a yard shy. 9-yard run. His legs are impressive. That guy can beat you with his arm or his legs. He's difficult to contain. Back to pass here.
Rolling
Flush
right
to
again.
his right. Going to his right. Oh, sees 21 right down the middle of the field. Beautiful play.
Ball comes out at the end of the play.
Man.
Oh, no. What's going to be the call?
Down.
Are they going to say incomplete?
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to say be 1st and 10 Iowa Central right there. I think they're going to say down by contact. In other words, I think he caught it, ran a couple steps, and then the ground forced the fumble, I believe.
Chandler, he's a big playmaker. He's made a couple of them tonight.
Surely has.
Today.
This is a big drive for us. We're already out, for our own 8 now to the 39. We pulled off 31 yards quickly.
Back to the gun here. Triton's handoff.
Nice.
They get skinny and find a way to stay on their feet, still playing. Yep. There go the whistles.
Nice inside run there for 4 or 5 yards, and it's a zone read. The defensive end really did not commit initially to the running back, so Creasy handled the thing off, and a nice 5-yard pickup there on first down for the Tritons. It's a big drive for us right here.
Coach, we saw a committee in the first half. Creasy has been the quarterback throughout the second half.
Yeah, he's been playing the bulk of the snaps. We have trips now on one side, single the other side, running back set to the trip side. They've got him this time. Can't get away.
That, I believe, is going to be the second sack of the half against Creasy. And a long down coming up.
He's been so good at stepping up and eluding pressure. And that time they kind of had 2 of them. He eluded one guy, and the next guy came from the back and got him. Not much you can do about that. So now it goes from 2nd and 5 to 3rd and 11. This is a tough situation here for sure. And I don't know how well he's going to be able to move right now, Hank, with what he's got going on with his leg.
Yeah.
We go doubles, 2 split receivers each side. Looks like they're bringing 6.
Oh, and that they are. Got to run. Here comes Creasy trying to get away, and plenty of Snow Badgers jump on.
And I really think if he's healthy, I think he probably gets away from that. And I'm not saying he's going to make a first down, but it's not going to be a 12-yard sack either, So, but credit Snow. They're doing a great job putting the heat on right now. And right now their D-line is getting the better of our O-line right now. We need a good punt, good coverage, and get a 3 and out on defense here, Hank.
I always hear some of the all-timer coaches saying that sacks are drive killers, and having 2 and 1 is just too much to come out of.
No question. Go from 2nd and 5 to end up 4th here in a whole bunch.
4th and very long, and the punt is great. Still bouncing.
This is just tremendous.
Keep going.
Oh,
20, 15, get away. Yes, down to the 15-yard line. Oh, and there's flags back near where Purdy was standing.
Is this roughing the punter? I guess I didn't pay any attention. I was watching the punt.
Me too. Now, let's wait for this. Anderson Trejo, our kicker, he had a roughing the kicker against him, and he still made the field goal to end the first half. Here's a call. Oh, boy.
15-yard penalty enforced to the previous spot.
Automatic first down, personal foul. Both teams have committed some silly personal fouls here to extend drives and give the other team hope, haven't they, Hank?
They have. Now, I think this is a true rivalry building quarter after quarter.
Yeah.
We know what happened 2 years ago. I know I keep going back to it, but it's true. I think that really has changed something in this dynamic of the game. And now we've had multiple lead changes. As you said, the personal fouls, unsportsmanlike. You know, you like to limit those, but it does come with football, no doubt about it.
There's some blood boiling on both sides, I believe it.
Yeah.
Hank. We can kind of sense that from a long ways away here, can't we?
Oh, yeah.
First, fresh set of downs for the Tritons on our own 38-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield, little fake ISO play, and nice little hitch out there to the sideline. First down.
Good to see.
Nice 12-yard pickup.
Good to see Sejay Jackson get involved again.
That was a really nice pass. Because, I mean, we know he can run the ball. He's a good thrower, too. I mean, he does a nice job of throwing the ball. We faked an ISO play in there, kind of held the backers and held the outside backer, and that hitch opened up nicely. 2 backs in the game right now.
Got 4 deep and a draw. We'll bring on.
Boy, beautiful.
Phillip. Here we go. He had a touchdown earlier. And wants another one.
That was very nice. Really nice job by the lead running back, kind of getting a body on body. Our offensive line did a super job getting them covered up. Didn't get a great movement, but got them all covered up. And nice acceleration by Phillip.
21 yards on the play. And Iowa Central are just shy of the red zone. Now we've had 3 turnovers in the red zone for the Triton offense.
Man, we've got to take care of the ball and get one in the barn here for sure.
Back to pass. Scrambling. Oh, he's got pressure on his back. Oh, he feels it. Throws it. Sejay.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful pass. I'm talking about Greasy extended that play somehow, stepped up, rolled to his right. And I'm telling you, he threw a dime. And 13 is going to catch that 99 out of 100 probably. You know, it hit him right in the hands, and he'd have scored. But lived to play another day at 2nd and 10. He'll catch the next one.
Yep. All right.
Well, that was an unbelievable play by quarterback, though.
It was.
Tremendous play.
Pressure on his back. Felt it. Great job getting away from it. And we got a new receiver out there, the 80. I'll get you him in just a moment. Handing off. Back to C.J. Phillip.
Yep.
Phillip battling at the line of scrimmage.
Not much doing in there.
Uh-oh.
He's going to get called.
Late action after the whistles are blown. No flags called. Are we going to see one?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
They'd have thrown it right away.
Now, is that judgment call maybe because it was both?
I think both of them were kind of, It's so hard when you're this far away. You always see the second or third action. You don't see what initiates anything typically. And even when you're coaching down there, you don't know the whole story, especially from up here. Big is a big 3rd and 9 now. We're on our own 20, or we're on their 29, and we go trips to our left. Single receiver to the right, back offset weak. They're bringing heat. Well, he rolls away from that heat awfully nice.
Spin move, stepping up, Creasy.
He's going to run.
My goodness, here he goes.
If you look at this,
like a madman.
5-yard line.
Woo!
That guy is playing an incredible football game.
You know who he is starting to remind me of? Take you back to maybe DJ Irons.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Exactly right. DJ could do it with his arm and legs as well and end up playing Division I football in the MAC conference. Did a heck of a job.
Or maybe former Dodger Coach Monty.
There you go. Love it. So now we've got on the 8-yard line, 1st and goal on the 8, and this is where we need to get a touchdown right here. This is huge. 7 minutes left in the game.
We got 4 inside the 10.
Cracks at it.
Swinging left, getting the catch and still going.
Tell you what, they played that nice. Against most teams, that running back's going to be so wide open, and they really flowed well to the ball. And it was a nice completion for 3 yards, but I guess a lot of teams, Hank, that's a touchdown.
Sincere Brown on that catch there. All right.
Triton's got a 2nd and goal on the 5. This is huge. We're unbalanced here. Now we stuff the tight end and wing back over, so we call it sling. Tight end wing on one side, slot split on the other side, single back.
It's our backup tight end. Handing off. C.J. Phillip, he has 1 touchdown today. Come on. Does he have the pylon? Yes, he does. It's 6.
Great blocking by that tight end wing back, left side of the offensive line. Tremendous job. There's a penalty marker on the field. Now, let's see what this is. Penalty marker on the field here, Hank, it looks like.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Now, I saw the backup tight end came out, the 87. I haven't called him a lot this year. Jaquari Willis checked in, and a crucial play helped out on the block there on that edge. Dead ball.
So unsportsmanlike conduct on them. He'll be assessed on the kickoff. Obviously, we need to knock this baby through and make it 24-all.
Kicking is huge here. Trejo has been 100% on the day. Let's see it. Trejo's kick is
right
good.
Beautiful kick. A lot of pressure on a young man, too. I mean, it's like a relief pitcher, I always figure, in baseball. They're not really sure how many times they're going to throw, if they're going to throw that day. Same with the kicker. You know you're going to kick after a touchdown, but you don't know. We're in field goal range. We're going to go for it. You always have to be ready. And it seems like the game's on the line when you're in, just like there. Great job by him knocking that through.
A clutch spot for Anderson Trejo. 24-24 with 6 minutes to go.
Really interesting to see here, Hank, how we handle that personal foul. So we're kicking, I think, from the 45-yard line. We're moving up 15 yards. Are we going to, pooch it, or are we going to kick it through the end zone? It'd be just interesting to see what we do.
Yeah, what will be in the cards?
I don't think there's any way we're going to onside kick it, but my guess is we'll knock it through our defense is playing pretty darn good. Knock it through the back of the end zone and put them on the 25-yard line and take our chances, But I don't know.
How does this change the alignment for the return team?
It really doesn't. Everybody just backs up 15 yards basically from where they normally would be, both the coverage guys and the return guys. Yeah, we just kicked it through the uprights. That's all we did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, that would have been good from way far away.
He says good. 60-yard field goal. Yeah. It was kind of fun to see the kicker just raise his hand saying good.
Wow. Booming. Well, we're at 24 apiece here. 6 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
No doubt. This is we thought it was going to be a great game, Hank, and by golly, they delivered, both teams, didn't they? 24-all. And once again, they choose to put the ball on the offensive left hash, typical for a right-handed quarterback, and they go tight end, double flanker to the right, one spot split into the left, pistol formation, outside zone running back with the running back. Oh, nice hit, beautiful.
Hear the pads pop there, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear him up here, and we're a long ways away here. Outside zone, beautiful run. Beautiful run defense there. Great force from the secondary.
For the listeners that are curious, the last time a Game 1 Bowl went into overtime was in 2019. Iowa Central versus Nassau is what I have, in which the Tritons won that 31-28. And that was the year before I joined the TV radio program and went to school. So I did not see that in person.
I was here, and it was a great game.
Yeah.
I was the athletic director at that time, not the head football coach. Coach Montalto coached that baby. Back to pass now. That same over route, and I tell you what, we just haven't stopped it. Credit them. They run I called it an over route. It's a 15 to 18 yard. It's not quite a dig or square. It's not really a post. It's kind of in the middle between them. And they're on the same page, man. The line's giving time. He's zinging that thing, and it's usually a 15 to 22-yard game.
Now, Coach, how strict of a route is that? Are they running the exact same yardage each time or just finding the open spot?
They're finding the open seam at that, 14 to 20-yard area, depending on what the safeties are doing.
It's great to have you up in the booth. I got so many questions, and it's just so easy to get the answer right away. It makes my job so much easier.
If you'd ever watched our teams play, you'd say, this guy coaches football, he has no idea what he's doing.
No.
This is really pivotal here because, with 4 minutes left when they snap this ball, if they get another first down, they can basically try and play for a field goal and game winner or, are we going to get the ball back or not? Who knows?
Clock management.
This is really a huge drive right now, huge possession. This set of downs, 2nd and 7 right now.
By the way, Badgers have 2 timeouts remaining. Tritons have all 3. You can see on your screen now. We're at 24 with under 4 to go. Tight end over the middle.
Beautiful play by the linebacker. Just tremendous. 24 there.
Christian Barney on the tackle.
That was really outstanding. They fake it. I thought he was going to leak out in the flat all by himself, and our linebacker changed direction, made a great play.
Christian Barney is your leading tackler for this game with 11. That leads the Tritons and the Badgers. The Badger leading tackler is Tayson Reed.
3rd and 6 here, buddy. This is a big one.
Yes, it is.
Need to force a punt. They go 2 detached to the right, and they fake. Quarterback sprinting out, and they go deep.
Long. Mike Lane in coverage.
Good job. Great.
That was out of reach.
Tremendous job there. They've got a punter here.
Now, that appeared to be, and I may be wrong in saying that, but that appeared to be a designed sprint out.
Yeah, they faked it and with inside, but the idea they moved their pocket to the right to allow the quarterback to roll to his strong hand to his right side, and we had him blanket covered. Just tremendous job.
Coach Conley and the defense making big opportunities for the offense coming up.
This is big.
Had a man join the game late. 4th and 8. Don't see any penalties. Williams. Peter, get out of there.
Well, here we go. Tritons have the ball with 3 minutes left, buddy. 3 minutes left. Tied up. Can we go down and knock one in or get that field goal and win this thing, huh?
Well, you're just talking about clock management for Snow College and their approach there. I think Iowa Central, same thing in mind.
No doubt.
They got one field goal already today.
No, this is a huge drive. And there's something special about winning your last game. I mean, you wouldn't think is there a big difference between 7-4 and 8-4 or 8-4? It's a huge difference. It's just the taste you have in your mouth and the great spring in your step. So this would be huge for us to go down and win this thing. Try and start 2 backs in the game.
And this would make 15 wins in a row at the Game 1 Bowl for Iowa Central.
Motion out, and they're
Creasy. Oh, my goodness. Wrapped around like he was putting a blender. I mean, he went all over the place.
We were in 2-back set. We motioned out to try and get them to move their linebackers, which they did not. And then we ran a quarterback draw as a lead back. Creasy did a good job, got 3-4 yards. 2nd and either 6 or 7. 2nd and 6, they're calling it. Tritons go to double wides. 2 wides left, 2 wides right, back offset left, shotgun.
They still got 20 on the play clock. They'll take it here. Back to pass. Creasy finds an open lane, but it's pitched it late. Here comes Phillip on his feet. Here we go, Phillip. Phillip's got 2 rushing touchdowns today. He wants to make another. Phillip to the house. Here we go. 77 yards for C.J. Phillip.
Are you talking about unbelievable? That play was dead to right. They had him sacked. He has a wherewithal to know that his personal protector, his running back, is to his right. Saw him and shoveled it like an option pitch. All our routes were breaking to the left side. They had no one over there. And he scores a touchdown. Unbelievable.
CJ Phillip, I'll see you on Twitter later with that play.
Wow.
Third rushing touchdown of the day, and if the defense can hold again, we may be seeing an offensive MVP from the young tailback.
This is huge right now.
Oh, goodness.
This kick
I'm
is
fired
huge.
up.
This kick is huge.
Trejo, good.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
31-24. Now, would you call that a rushing or receiving touchdown, Coach?
It's a receiving touchdown.
Okay.
I believe he did it forward.
We'll give it a 77-yard receiving touchdown. C.J. Phillip, who had the previous touchdown too, and before that he had another touchdown. He has had a monster game and has been a spark plug for this Triton offense.
We have a little saying in the coaching ranks, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. And I'm telling you, that play, the X's and O's didn't work on that one. It didn't, but the Jimmies and Joes did. They figured out something, you know. Oh, man, that was just tremendous. That's one of the neatest plays I've ever seen at a big, crucial juncture of a game.
Right.
Now, it's up to see if we can't, number one, cover this kickoff well, and then make him go the long, hard way and see if we can keep him out of that end zone and secure number 15 in a row for a bowl. Would that be correct?
That's what I have.
Wow. I know you're right, because I mentioned at the bowl banquet last night that Iowa Central has won 14 straight of these things. Yeah.
All right. Here we go with the kickoff.
No, didn't get it all this time. They're going to return it. Here we go. Come on now. Look out.
Fielding from the 3, still on his feet and going. Got to get there. Pursue. Oh, did not wrap up. Still tripped over Jaden Turner, who was the tackler on the play.
Okay, now. Well, they've got the 2-minute timeout to use, and then they've got, what else do they got? They got, how many timeouts do they have? 3 or 2?
They got 2.
They've got 2. Plus, they have the 2-minute timeout coming up here after this play.
All right. Man, this is just crazy. What a game.
It's crazy.
Another score change. It's out of this world.
So here they come. They're in shotgun, and they've got doubles. Two split left, 2 split right, running back to their left. Coach Conley looks like he's in a 3-man rush, dropping 8. But sometimes they bring a guy.
Can we see a delayed blitz here from someone?
No, not this play.
Taking it right and keeping it right is the quarterback.
Yep. Scrambles out of there for, that'll be a 2-minute timeout, Hank.
Okay. Well, it all comes down to this. Iowa Central on defense, Snow College wanting to make one last drive. They need 7, no doubt about it, to make it 31 apiece and maybe extra time heading into the rest of this game. And you know what? Without these folks, we couldn't have done it today. Game 1, who is a proud partner with the NJCAA and the ICCAC to bring you the Game 1 Bowl. Visit game-1.com to learn more about their variety of team uniform, apparel, and equipment offerings. Game 1 is your first contact for all things game. And might I add, the Game 1 Bowl sponsors including Casey's, Hy-Vee, Schedule Opt, and Cedar Falls Tourism.
We owe a lot to those sponsors because, these things cost money to put on, and they really do. And just tremendous that we've got the support of the community here in Cedar Falls, and plus Game 1 to make this thing work. What a great experience it is for some tremendous young football players that get the opportunity of a lifetime to play in a bowl game. Here we go now. Quarterback scrambled for 1 or 2, so it's either second, it looks like second 9. And I don't know if Coach Conley's going to sit, rushing 3 with dropping 8, or looks to be the case. But now the linebacker's coming here. So we're bringing 4.
Second and 9 over the middle of the field. No one there.
And that linebacker came late out the outside, a little twist, and he made him throw off his back foot. He never hit him, but he saw him coming, and he threw it backing up. And that's why he did not get the zip on the ball. And so just a tremendous call by Coach Conley there to bring the extra fella. They didn't get a hat on him and forced an errant throw. They got 2 downs now. Everybody knows that. It's 3rd and 9. They're in 4-down territory the rest of this drive, for all practical purposes, Hank.
All right. My eyes are glued to the field. Did someone jump? Maybe a free play. Shot going downfield. Oh, Now, there's no penalty over by the intended receiver, but there is.
We're offside.
And I think it's going to be called on Jaden Turner, who's had a great defensive game.
We have the blitz called with a corner coming, and then they've not been close to the line of scrimmage to hear the count all day. Okay, where the D line and linebackers, they're close. Well, the corners are way removed, right or left, a long ways or deep sometimes. They don't know, and so you got to kind of play a little more cautious. He was anticipating and got caught offside. That's free play for them now. So it's 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 9.
3rd and 4, 1:48 to go. Tritons lead by 7. Could we see maybe a shallow route here?
Could be, or that over route by jersey number 3 that they've been hitting every time they need one, seems like.
Oh, it's a draw instead.
Wow.
With that shifty tailback.
Yep.
A run, I feel like, is a bit risky, but it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Wilson.
It certainly did, and the clock does stop until they set the chains, okay? So now they set the chains. Now it's going. Sprint out pass to his left.
Oh. And he's got the sideline there if he was able to make that catch to possibly stop it. It's a good idea.
Oh, yeah, it was a nice 8-yard route over there, and it hit him in the hands, so it just went through his hands. I'm impressed with the quarterback. You know, he ran that quarterback draw well early in the game, too. And that's something with 2 timeouts. Don't be shocked if they don't take him off on a quarterback draw at some point. He's run it one time all day for about 30 or 40 yards.
That's Welsh we're talking about.
They go to a bunch formation, trips bunch formation over to the wide side of the field. Kind of have everybody out there.
Long range going up. Kadarius Williams making his second
Go
interception of the
down.
day. Williams, hold on to it. Hold on. They call it dead.
Game's going to be over.
Williams making the interception. The sophomore. That's number 2 on the day.
Wow. This is like a dream come true if you're in Triton land, buddy. This is like a dream come true.
His last interception happened in the first half. His second one may just shut out the game at 31-24 and 1:18 remaining.
Hank, I got my other job I got to get down to do real quick. It's been a pleasure. And, hey, I'm glad we got rid of Tom McDonald. We were down when he was here. Heck, I get up here, we score a couple touchdowns. So.
Good luck, Tom, Coach.
What it was, it's the voice of Hank Ambrose winning this
Oh,
thing. Way to go,
shoot,
buddy.
Coach.
Hey, I'm so proud of these Tritons and so proud of Coach Montalto's guys. It's not over yet with 2 timeouts, but it's looking pretty darn good.
Fun as always, Coach. Thanks for joining us again.
You're welcome.
That's former athletic director and former head football coach Twait joining us for a second time in the broadcast. Man, what a fun day it is. It's been not over yet. We got to close this thing out, Triton Nation. And hang on, we got a play blown dead. Now, I wouldn't go anywhere. I mean, you think at this spot in the game, with Snow College having just 2 timeouts remaining, not 3, would hurt them significantly, but they do, theoretically, have the slimmest of chances. False start on the offense. So the game clock will be put at 1:18 as opposed to what we have. The booth, there we go. Kudos to the crew for being quick there. Back to the gun. Got an H-back in this set here. Handing off C.J. Phillip. He's got 3 touchdowns on the day. And he hurdles one. He jumps over one. Maybe not a full hurdle. Didn't stay on his feet, but he's going to pick up a few on the play. And did they get the quick timeout call? Yes, they did. Timeout, Snow College. At 1:13. So that play just took off 5 seconds. Snow College has 1 timeout remaining now at 31-24. And you got a second down, and this looks like 7 to me. Iowa Central, if you get to the 35-yard line, then you've won the day. and you've won 15 in a row for the Game 1 Bowl. And Coach Montalto and his crew, they stay undefeated in postseason. Incredible streaks, by the way. You know, every year is a new slate. Every year you want to win it again. But putting that into perspective, 15 in a row, that's unmatched. I mean, wow. Now, we're not there yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Putting 4 on the defensive line. Creasy is in the backfield with C.J. Phillip. 2 wideouts on each side. H-back in this set as well. I think it might be Sincere Brown. Rolling to his left. This is a pass. He's going short to Tony Terry, making his first catch of the day. Terry makes his first catch of the day. Stiff arm still playing, still going to the end zone. Terry, touchdown. Terry, 1 catch, and it's a touchdown on the day. 73 yards. Say hello to Mom. Tony Terry, what a play. There goes the confetti. Ending on a high note. Terry, atta kid. Way to be patient. Way to wait for your opportunity and seize the moment. We're talking with Commissioner McDonald earlier at halftime about seizing the moment, giving the opportunity to these players and coming out, providing them with the necessities they need, giving them this sort of spotlight. And Terry, who has made phenomenal plays, kind of in the background all day long, setting blocks, making hits. That's his first target, his first catch and a touchdown in the Game 1 Bowl. You got to be proud for him and the rest of the Tritons. That realistically should be it. But, you know, technically still no, because you get a quick score for Snow College. You could get an onside recovery. And then you're seeing a last-second drive, right? So even though I'd like to say that that was the cap, I guess taking another step back again. Hang on now. And from what was 17-17 at halftime, explodes to 38-24 towards the end of this game. There's a dead ball penalty, by the way. 97 called with the unsportsmanlike. And that'll be enforced on the kickoff. Oh, and that was his second, so he will be sitting the rest of the game. Wow. And forgive me, were we at 24-17 at the end of the third quarter? Let's go back in the notes and check. No, it was 17-17 at the end of the third quarter, but a quick score in the fourth quarter made it 24-17 Snow College. Since then, Iowa Central has scored 3 unanswered touchdowns, 21 straight points in the fourth quarter. They needed to get something going in the fourth quarter, and that they did. But it would be horrible to not mention how much defense played a factor into today for Iowa Central, especially late there with that Williams interception, pressure on the quarterback from Snow College. This is teamwork at its finest, working together and finishing the job. Not yet done. Game 1. Proud to have them as the mainstay headliners. Shot of the Unidome as we go back to gun. Doubles each side. Got a late running back slipping over the middle. It's Wilson. Wilson drops it. I think that was a case of trying to move with the ball before having full control of the ball. Got your eyes out the ball, looking forward. I can't blame him. Chandler was coming in hot. And Chandler may be the last guy I'd want to take a hit from on the field. He's third on the team in tackles. The only Tritons that have more are Jaden Turner and Christian Barney. Back to pass, looking right, firing, and that's picked off. 37 gonna ice it. Caden Mayfield, a freshman that went to Dallas Center Grimes. Caden Mayfield gets the interception, which will say goodbye. And with the Iowa Central offense coming out one final time in victory formation, that will make for officially 15 in a row. Again, this defense, incredible. Give yourself a round of applause. You know, we have had so many great coordinators and coaches through the years. We had a fantastic set of coordinators on the defensive side of the ball last year that we ended up parting ways with. They ended up parting ways with the Iowa Central program. And we brought in 3 new guys. And you never know how it goes, bringing in a new unit. But it has gone so great. So shout out to the defensive unit, the offensive unit. It's been great to see this today. And it's Jakari Patton in at quarterback wearing the number 12 that comes in and takes the knee of Des Moines Roosevelt. We are waiting until the end of this one. Should be it at the end of the game. We got some handshakes. We've seen the final snap in this one, folks. 38-24 is going to be your final score. Wow. What a game. This has got to be one of the best Iowa Central football games, one of the best Iowa Central events that I've got to watch in person. Maybe the best Game 1 bowl I've seen all time in my tenure calling games for the Iowa Central Tritons. Wow. What? Just near speechless. 38-24 is the official final score. Snow College will move to 0-3 in Game 1 bowl action. And the Tritons keep that winning streak alive. And you know what? I got to say, I'm looking forward to that next Snow College matchup. I know they're over in Utah, and we may not see them all the time. But if it comes a chance within the next few years that these two pair off again, you better believe it's going to be a great matchup. It's been so fun to see. Now, again, for everybody behind the scenes, for Game 1, for the ICCAC, for the Iowa Central Tritons, whether you're up in the booth with us today, a part of the broadcasting crew with Triton Nation Sports Network, a part of the social media, the dance, the cheer, the Triton Marching Band sounding off now. Thank you so much for a wonderful season. And congratulations to those that are sophomores and those that have played their final Iowa Central football game today, that may be freshmen or redshirts that are moving on to other opportunities. Shout out to the coaching staff and everybody else that have made this possible. I'd like to stay till they announce who the offensive and defensive MVPs are. We have a good idea of who some of those may be. I don't want to make any predictions. I'm not going to. Iowa Central, it's been a great day. Speaking on behalf of our crew, I know that we've put a lot of effort into today. Got to shout out Rusty, who was up in the early hours with me this morning, especially in that blizzard. I know we're Iowa tough and we're used to snowfall and stuff, but I'll be honest, there was a moment where it was like, is this going to happen? And, man, am I sure it did. I hear our voice of the Triton Marching Band, Brownie, over the PA system. He's soon to announce and present the trophy to the Iowa Central Tritons. But also, let's stay right here. I still want to see who these offensive and defensive MVPs will be. You see Coach Montalto talking to his men right now. CJ Phillip, who had 3 touchdowns of the day, and the touchdown that gave Iowa Central the lead when it was tied at 24. And it looked like DeMarcus Creasy was getting sacked, flipped it to the tailback, who played at Southeast Polk, who I'm certain has played in this same spot for his high school team, put 3 on the board today. I think 2 of them are rushing, 1 of them receiving. That 77-yard touchdown to me has got to be the play of the day. And we've seen a lot of quality highlights. You can see on your screen now, that's Commissioner Tom McDonald. Stands by President Dr. Jesse Ulrich and head football coach Montalto. And that's CJ Phillip being presented the offensive MVP of the Game 1 Bowl. And we have a defensive about to be announced. And they give it to Christian Barney, who led the game in tackles. He was a disruptor on the edge. He played over the middle of the field. He filled a fantastic role. Schaefer, the leading tackler, second in the nation, did not play today. And Barney, he has started all the games this year, but he played lights out. He got to 11 tackles today, which led the day. And now that they've showed those, let's see the Rays. Quinnen Kuani gets to raise the trophy, one of 2 captains today, alongside Ty Purdy. Congratulations, Iowa Central Tritons. Safe trip home. If you're listening from in the stands, safe trip home to all that have made this happen. And thank you so much to our wonderful sponsors, including the Game 1 Bowl. The Game 1 Bowl sponsors, Casey's, Hy-Vee, Schedule Opt, Cedar Falls Tourism. And thank you to those that joined the broadcast today, Commissioner Tom McDonald, former head coach and former athletic director Kevin Twait, and current athletic director Guy Horn. I know we didn't get him to join the broadcast today. I know he wanted to. We'll have to get him at some point by the time we get in next year. And, of course, thank you to our wonderful broadcast sponsors, Citizens Community Credit Union, Beiser Lumber Company, Avela Bank, Bemrick Electric, Calvert & Johnson Insurance, CJ Bio, CNOS, Gunderson Funeral and Cremation Care, Jensen Builders, Mark's Auto Mart, Rash Construction, and Jade Electric. A great way to end the season from the Unidome in Cedar Falls. And at that will end our broadcast. Safe travels home. Until next time, Trite Nation, this is Hank Ambrose signing off from the Trite Nation Sports Network.
For trusted work on your next project, choose Rash Construction. A third-generation, family-owned company, Rash Construction has been proudly serving Fort Dodge and surrounding areas for 70 years. We specialize in excavation and grading, site utilities, site planning and development, and GPS grade control. From private and public projects to larger-scale commercial projects, we have the knowledge, experience, and technology to get the job done right. Rash Construction. Safety first, last, and always.